The following podcast contains naughty language and ridiculous situations. Listener discretion is advised.
Hard to believe that 20 years ago, we have the House of a Thousand Corpses celebrating its 20th anniversary, and to do so without my knowledge, out came a 2-disc Blu-ray of said film, and apparently there's a whole bunch of extras that go along with it. Never before seen casting, crew, interviews, other bells and whistles that go along with it. There's even a brand new audio commentary recorded by Zombie himself. But the thing is that it's a digital copy, which is kind of unusual. And the thing that really pisses me off is that, you have 20 years. Let's see the uncut version, because unfortunately that's still not available. Come on, Lionsgate, get your head out of your ass. Let Zombie have his film. Give it to the fans. We all want it. We all deserve it. And if you are a House of a Thousand Corpses completist, it certainly wouldn't hurt to have this. I can't imagine it being too expensive. But it is a 2-disc box set of the film. And I might have to track this one down because I do love the film, even though I think Devil's Rejects is a little bit better. This is a fun little popcorn flick put out by Rob Zombie. So I might get it. How about you? And what do you think that we haven't seen a full uncut version of this film yet? Let us know. Welcome to Trick or Treat Radio.
Welcome to episode 560 of Trick or Treat Radio. Trick or Treat Radio is the world's most dangerous podcast and is recorded in front of an undead studio audience here at Castle Wolfenstein, also at the Lair of Lost Swag within the Raven Chateau, Casa Day Zero, and from OTC Industries. It's been a while, but we are now joined by our old pal, our luminary, our head honcho, our buddy and down boy, Bill by Force.
Yeah, luminary. That sounds,
trying to pump you up.
That sounds sexual.
It is. It's really sexual, right, Raven Shadow?
Yeah, boy.
It's a glowing introduction.
Not bad. You did forget award-winning filmmaker.
Well, I didn't want to, bump you up too much. I don't want that head to get. Yeah, so. I mean, eventually your head's just not going to fit in frame. So we got to start small, right?
I know. Well, but no, maybe we can just go all the way in right off the bat.
Whoa. Whoa. Where's the slide whistle when you need it?
If I start hitting buttons on my mixer, we saw what happened when we were getting ready, so we don't need any of that.
We should probably start slow and taper off.
Yeah.
Wow, man, it's 420, bro. All in, brother.
Oh yeah. Oh well, we do have this sound clip. It's not the slide whistle, but it'll do.
I mean, yeah, the sexy dicks were cute for a minute.
Gotta look out for them sexy dicks.
Yeah. All right. Well, we are joined by Bill by Force. Actually, before we jump into this real quick, because otherwise I'll forget, I'll let folks know what we're doing tonight. We're going to be talking about a film called Night of the Killer Bears, a Thai horror film. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. But first, I want to dive in here. We got Bill for a little bit, so I want to just catch up with Bill and see what's going on. Raven Shadow, you had mentioned something about listening to OTC. It's funny because what used to be a punchline is no longer a punchline. Now it's like a conversation starter because you never used to listen to the show, but now you do.
Well, I didn't know how to find it. I didn't know what channel it was on. I didn't know what
You know
time
how
it was
to
on.
find it.
It's not Noah's Ark, for Christ's sake.
Hey, it could be.
Yeah, it could be.
The
No,
Noah's
no,
Ark of
I am a devout
podcasting?
Christian now. You guys didn't know that?
Well, to be fair, I am aware there is a show called Noah's Ark. It's on that different channel. I'm not sure, but no. I last couple years, my girlfriend showed me how to use Stitcher, and I'm a weekly listener to OTC.
We're still on Stitcher?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to
You
have to fix that.
You do realize the Stitcher has the worst quality audio of all the podcast.
It's like listening to your microphone all the time, Raven Shadow.
It's okay though, and maybe they fixed it. I haven't listened to it in a while, but they used to it was like I don't know, like 56
Oh, yeah,
kbps.
super low quality.
Really bad. Yeah.
Does Raven Shadow, do you have Spotify?
Mary.
Oh, whoa! Don't confuse him here, Bill.
Just Spotify's the easiest way to listen to it now.
All right.
And it
Well,
lets me update the artwork every week too. So
yeah, no, and the artwork did confuse me because I'm like, what's fucking weird that you guys changed that up. But no, I've been an avid listener for the last couple years. You know, every week. And today, I did listen to the program. I was like, ooh, OTC's on. But there was a bit of a medley, and you guys, you folks did some, you dive deep into the catalog. But the Reverend Scott, 50 Shades of Scott gimmick, I fucking lost it.
had you ever heard it before? Because that was a long time ago he did that.
No, I'm a first timer, and I fucking lost my fucking shiznit.
All right, so let me give a little background as to why this is a thing. So I had a really, really busy week last week with the holiday in Massachusetts and my son's birthday, and I coach baseball and he plays on like 3 different teams, and just there wasn't time to watch 2 movies and record a show. So on occasion, what I'll do is I'll create a new episode using old episodes. So like I'll take a review from one episode, I'll take a review from another episode, and then I'll take a Scott segment from an episode. But Scott was like, I got specific one I want you to use. So he emailed it to me. And I think he said it was like 9.5 years ago we did this segment called 50 Shades of Scott. And I hadn't heard it since we did it. And we basically took quotes from the 50 Shades of Grey book. And this is obviously, again, this is how long OTC's been on. Like we were on before 50 Shades of Grey was even released as a book. And so we would take some of the really bad writing from that book. Scott would read that, and then Scott would create a quote of his own erotic fan fiction, and Chris was forced to guess if it was in the book or if Scott wrote it. He did not get all of them right.
That is amazing. Yeah, I remember hearing it back in the day, but I haven't heard it since then. I'll have to check that new episode out just so I can
The
hear
funniest part of it is I had George Michael's "I Want Your Sex" on a loop in the background.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Bill, I'm literally eating my lunch with that in the background, like dun dun. I want your sex. Like I'm like, it's a really good song. Like,
I cut the like 4-minute song into like I took one little chunk of it and just looped it, so it was like 30 seconds. It was just like the wow 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 like for like 10 minutes.
Oh, I fucking lost it. I feel like I did better than Chris did. I think I got a 100 for 100. Which is
You've probably read the books, right?
Well, I read the comic versions. But no, it's inspired me. I want to do my own, like, kind of like maybe that's the thing. I should write some erotic fiction, like
You should.
What's his face? Hostel.
Eli Roth?
Eli Roth. He used to come up. He did internet like porn shit for dudes. That's really a thing. He would do like
what? Internet porn shit for dudes. Like what does that even isn't all internet porn for dudes?
That's fair. Is it
what would it be called? Erotica?
Ooh, on the come
That's
up.
good. Erotica.
Well, actually, that would be what Raven Shadow would write. He would write erotic fiction about Eli Roth.
Would it be
Erotica by Michael Raven Shadow?
Would it be slash fiction, Raven Shadow?
Yeah, no, I have some ideas, but like he used to do that, and like when he was like coming up in college, and even his friends in his dorm room. It's true. He talked about it on I think it was Talk Is Jericho. Yeah, I think it was Talk Is Jericho. He talked about it, where he would do, and he eventually when he went to quit, he even told dudes like, "Hey, no, I'm really a guy, and I'm just done." And they were like, "No, Sally, you don't really do mean this. It's some more money." It's true. Like, I'm not making this up.
Is this like when Seth Rollins did the like sexy wrestling?
You mean every Monday on Raw?
No, didn't he do a couple of those videos that were like they were like wrestling, but it was like heavy petting?
Like
Oh,
like
man.
in like in
When
the
he was
like,
Tyler Black, I think.
like private house wrestling, like in basement.
Something like that, man. Like I swear to God that's a thing. Like he would like it was like that real like homoerotic like
I think I mean that sounds vaguely familiar. So
I don't feel like I'm smart enough
Yeah.
to make that up.
no, it could
That's
also
fine.
be when he sent those dick pics. Maybe that was part of it.
I mean, he sends them to me a couple times a week. It's
Oh.
it's no big deal. Well, I
you-
mean, it's kind of a big
Are
deal.
you
It's
on
not that big a deal.
his OnlyFans?
I mean, you're not.
No, actually, I'm not.
Wow. Well, you're missing out.
So, well, there you go, Raven Shadow. Raven Shadow is now a listener of OTC.
I love it.
And it's so funny because I don't remember exactly when it happened, and Raven Shadow probably doesn't either. But when we recorded the, what was the milestone we did? Was it we just sent in a video to you guys like a couple months ago? I can't remember.
It's
14 years, maybe.
It was it
Yeah.
was so it was,
15-year anniversary.
I think that's right. Yeah. So
yeah, 15th year.
yeah, so it was for the anniversary, and then I remember listening to the episode. And Bill's like, "Raven Shadow doesn't listen," and I was like, "Wait till Bill finds out." He does.
I do remember that. I just remember being like, "Oh shit."
Yeah,
Oh man.
because it
I
was
don't usually have to eat a lot of crow on the show, but I'll take that one, Raven Shadow, man.
well.
And also, I don't know if you guys talked about it on the show, but I had posted an unboxing video on my YouTube channel of the AEW box.
Oh yeah,
And I was very much I said in there, I said Travis was in the room with me, and I go, "Hey, listen, first of all, the AEW box, the AEW crate or whatever is 99% garbage.
Really?
First and
What a
foremost.
shock.
And a shocking turn of events. The crate where they put a bunch of junk in it is worth nothing.
yeah.
But there was an American Dragon Bryan Danielson giant fucking flag in it. And on the video, I get it, and I turn and I look at Travis, and I'm like, "What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?" Yeah, I say the F word to my 12-year-old. It's fine. And he looks at me and he goes, "Put it up on the wall." And I go, "Where am I going to put it on the wall?" And he goes, "I don't know, right there." I go, "Nah, it won't fit." I go, "I'll just take it down. I'll just take down the Raven Shadow picture." But I don't know if you guys can see it. Hang on.
Oh, zoom in.
Oh no, I won't zoom in, but
Yeah, so I did mention that on the last week's show.
Oh,
There it is.
Boy.
That's the festive one, Raven Shadow.
No,
Oh,
put it back.
God.
Put it back up because you'll forget.
oh, okay. All right.
Put it back up.
Sorry, sir.
Raven
Put it back-
Shadow's ego just went right through the goddamn roof.
No, it did because Wolfie mentioned that, and I'm like, "Oh, you took it down," and I was having an anxiety attack.
Well, he didn't take it down.
Nope, I left it up because I don't know why I left it up.
Thank
I don't.
No, this is special because I feel that Bill and I had some heat, but I think are we good now? I think we're good. I love
I
everything.
think
that
we're
you
good, man. I think we're good.
When was the heat?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You're in the Down
Shit.
Boys.
Down Boys for life, baby. We're
Was
good now.
was there heat after Down Boys?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. You
I
want,
mean, I don't know how any of us gonna have heat because we never see each other ananymore. So.
yeah. Do you
I
want?
don't.
Do you want
was
heat,
doing-
Raven Shadow?
No. I have enough heat. I have my own fucking problems. But no, I was not leaving the house for a while pre-pandemic. But no, I think we're in a good place, and that's nice. Love everything you do. Check out fucking Survival, the Film Freaks. That's a good fucking show, movie,
Yeah.
documentary. Whatever
It is a
comes-
good show. is a good
Whatever.
show,
it
you're right.
is.
Yeah, it should be like in 6-minute webisodes.
We actually had a pitch that we put together for a series that we may or may not revisit. Probably won't revisit it, but we had a pitch to go along when we were shopping it for a web series that would have basically been like each episode would have been a movie, and we would go through the different releases of the film. So it would be like I'll use El Topo as an example because it was on the show this week. We would be like, the original release date was such and such. The first home video release was this, put out by these people, and then we realized, like, that's interesting, but like the work it would have taken to get the people involved and like for interviews and stuff, and like it was going to be far more money than we had, or that at the time, like any type of like Shudder or like any of those services would be willing to put money into. So it's kind of just, it's out there, like in terms of somebody wants to steal that idea, be my guest.
You should revisit it, maybe. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, like, interesting.
Talk to Screenbox. You know someone that does PR over there.
I do?
Yeah. Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm me and Alex are in a feud because Alex, every time we go to a film festival, Woodsman's up against his movie and it always seems to win. So
okay. That son of a bitch.
No, Alex is a good dude, but I feel like we've lost out horror short awards to him like every festival we went to. His most recent short is excellent, by the way, but it's the type of thing it would cost a decent amount of money to do it. Yeah. I've also got, you guys know I have very high standards with my work, and I don't penny pinch anything. And if we can't do it right, we're not going to do it.
Well, you have high standards for friends. That's why we're still friends.
Yeah, I guess. If that's what you want to believe,
pat yourself on the back, Wolfie.
I'm not patting I'm putting you guys over.
Standing on the shoulders of giants.
But you're not putting yourself over.
Well, I'm putting us over, all of us.
Well, that's what a good locker room leader does.
Exactly.
Puts everyone else over first.
Yeah. And MZ would just bury everyone, including himself.
Triple H over here with the golden shovel.
Golden showers.
Okay,
I don't care if I've been out for 2 years. I'm winning the title on my comeback match.
Yeah. All right, Bill. So you do have some stuff going on, though. You got some other stuff. I want to find out what's been going on in the world of Bill by Force. It's been a while since we've had a chance to shoot the shit.
I've had a lot going on since 7/21/21, the last time I was on the show.
Is that the last time you were on Skype?
Yeah, I was.
I knew it.
Last time I was on the show was 7/21/21 because it was the last time I used Skype.
That's so funny. No reason to go on Skype. Well, hey, it's not quite 2 years.
Not quite. Almost.
You know what? Fucking pandemic time is a weird time.
Dude, I couldn't even tell you. Like, you could tell me that I was on the show like 6 months ago, and I would be like, all right, yeah, sure. And then you could be like, actually, dude, you haven't been on the show since before the pandemic. All right, sure.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
yeah.
No idea concept of time. I mean, poor MZ's had COVID like a dozen times since the last time I was on.
Just about.
How many? Did you have it 3 times? Am I right?
3.
Jesus, dude, how are you alive?
Triple
I
threat.
don't know, man. I figured I would be dead after the first time.
I remember you had it rough.
Yeah.
First time was the worst, right, MZ?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The first time and the second time was easier, but still, you get it. And the third time was a little harder than that. But the different variants that are being pumped out now and everything, all this other shit, and it's whether or not you're vaccinated for it, and sometimes even being vaccinated doesn't even help in terms of new variants coming out. So like, you might have the vaccine for other variants, but you don't have vaccines for this variant, and this is the one that's going to get you. And I haven't had a vaccine since I think late last year.
You think you might get some more?
I should be getting another one at some point soon because there's this new variant that's out now, and
I didn't think Fauci was on this week. I thought Fauci was next week.
Well, what I was going to say is what we've learned from this is that, to the shocker of everybody, if there was a COVID zombie movie, MZ would make it out.
There is a COVID zombie movie.
I know there's like 3, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying you would have survived it, surprisingly enough. We would have thought first I would have thrown you out the door first. We're like, get this guy out of here, and then you would have kept coming back though.
Corona zombies. Jesus Christ. Made right at the beginning of the pandemic. So everybody is like on a soundstage all by themselves with a blue screen behind them.
I bet it's really good.
I don't
Oh
think
my
they. I don't
God,
think they use
it's-
blue screens anymore. MC.
that was
It's
never
like
a thing.
30 years
Whatever
ago.
they use.
Blue screen. This looks weird, man.
Yeah.
Or green screen, whatever the hell.
Yeah, it was
they
green
are.
screen. Yeah, blue screen was
screen.
like literally like the early '80s, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that was ever a thing.
Yeah, it was for Star Wars, at least one of the old Star Wars movies that used blue screens.
That's fair.
But yeah, it's literally been.
Okay, so wait, I'm sorry. What were we talking about? We're talking about?
We're talking about what you've been up to.
Oh yeah. Well, I grew my hair long.
I see that.
Grew my hair nice and long now. So I got
Sexy.
the long hair. That happened. I put on 30 pounds.
Yeah.
That
Nice.
happened. Yeah, I think everyone has been like either one way or the other. Like you have to have like either put on 10 pounds or lost 10 pounds or at least or something.
I'm lucky I carry it all in my stomach though. So, no, I mean things. I mean, I've been very very busy, surprisingly enough. So our big project. Well, the two big projects currently is The Woodsman, which I think we were not done with yet when I was on last year, but we were just about finished with it. So that's kind of finishing up its festival run right now. It's actually done really well. I shouldn't say surprisingly. It's a great little film. So that was really cool to be able to kind of get our first real like narrative piece out there under the OTC banner. That's Kyle obviously. I shouldn't say obviously. Kyle directed that and also wrote it. I produced it and was one of the two DPs on it. So we're real proud of that. That was the narrative thing. Don't Forget to Leave will be coming out in the fall. It is almost done. We'll just say it's almost done.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad as fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it's important. It's about drug addiction and losing people that you love. Very different than Film Freaks, or even Safer Spaces or the Rebuilder documentary that I did. It's a different piece, but it's important, and we're really really proud of it, and I'm really excited for people to see it. I'm sorry for bumming everyone out when they do watch it, but we think we're really happy with what we got with it. So there'll be some that'll be film festivals for the next year probably or so.
Yeah,
I would expect people to be able to see it at film festivals for the first probably 6 months, and then we'll probably get distribution on. We got to figure out what's going on with that. Oh, Woodsman's going to have distribution too. I can't announce it yet, but it's going to be available for free online sometime later this summer. I don't have the exact information, and I'm not allowed to talk about who's putting it out yet, but it'll be out there. And then the current thing that we're doing, I did what else before? So I did some music videos. Those are out there. I can't think of it. I did one for a band called Elsewhere, a gentleman named Sam Johnson. So I got some music videos that are out there, but I shot Newfound Glory a few weeks ago. That's going to be released on the Bridge 9 website at some point.
the band Newfound Glory.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, they did
Look at you.
a warehouse show for the new Bridge 9 warehouse in Beverly, and me and Wrench from the band 10 Yard Fight filmed it. He goes by Anthony now. Apparently, Wrench is not a name that you use when you're in your late 40s. So yeah, all of that stuff. A lot of that stuff's available. Safer Spaces is still available. The Rebuilder documentary is available on YouTube. But the thing that we're working on now is another narrative horror short called The Wound Within. That is going to be also directed by Kyle. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna DP it and produce it. It's written by his college friend Jeanette Wall. They met in college when they were together at Syracuse and have been friends ever since. And it's the first time they've always talked about films and stuff. And this is the first time they're actually working together on something. So Jeanette wrote this synopsis for this film called The Wound Within. It's a little bit Cronenberg. It's a little bit. You know what? I could probably sell it better just by reading it.
Yeah, I have it
Right?
too. I have it here.
Oh yeah, go
from-
for it.
yeah.
I'll let you read it.
So this is the initial. I'm sorry. That says symptoms, not synopsis. Here's the. Let's see. Yeah, shit. I thought I was misreading it. Let me see if I can find that. Is it on the page there?
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
A young woman discovers a mysterious
there it is,
lesion on her chest the morning after a disappointing tryst with a new lover. Throughout the rest of her day, she finds that she may not be the only one who is experiencing these unsightly symptoms. While questioning her reality and the reality of others, she looks down the barrel of a problem that may take more than a glass of wine, a quick fix ointment, or even a heart-to-heart with a friend to solve.
All right. Yeah, it looks like Cronenbergian body horror meets House of Psychotic Women. Sold.
Yeah.
Sold.
Yeah, it's going to be dope, man. Kyle's obviously an incredible director, and the story that Jeanette wrote is really cool. It's got that body horror thing going on, so it's very Cronenberg, but we're gonna give it a different look than we're used to seeing for that. We've got some cool ideas, and we're raising money for it now. Where the Seed and Spark will be over in like a day and a half or so. So I probably should have come on last week with Scott, but I'm sure there's ways that if people are interested in it, there's a bunch of cool perks there, and we're gonna shoot that. I think hopefully, depending on what the funding, and we should be shooting that in June, and I would expect to see it probably early next year.
Cool. Yeah. If people want to check it out, you can. And this is for folks listening live, or potentially when the podcast drops, the day it drops, because as Bill said, the campaign is ending soon in the next, 36 hours, I believe, 38 hours. Go to seedandspark.com, and you can just search for The Wound Within, or you can do seedandspark.com/fund/The Wound Within, and there's a hyphen between each word. So the-wound-within. But you're probably better off just go to seedandspark.com and search for The Wound Within, and you'll find it there. It says project by Kyle Kukta, so you can go ahead and give that a look and consider supporting. Is this an all or nothing, or do you guys get funding?
You know, I'm not sure.
I'm actually not familiar with Seed and Spark.
Yeah, what they do is I feel like there's some cool stuff that they do because it's run by artists, and I think we get a portion of what's raised, but I couldn't quote to say exactly what it is, but
yeah. So I'm not too familiar, but yeah, it looks like there's some cool stuff on there, and looks like one of the perks will get you the soundtrack on cassette, a limited edition cassette.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I
think we've got some Film Freaks memorabilias and some of those perks too. Because we still have a handful of things left for Film Freaks.
Yeah, and if people wanted to, if you want to kickstart your film career, if you want an executive producer credit, you can go ahead and do that as well. There's a tier for that. So Ravenshire, you want to be an executive producer?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
but you're gonna have to pay for it though.
Yeah, then you can call yourself a producer. Okay.
Yeah, they just don't give it to you. You gotta donate.
Yeah,
and it's not even that much, man.
Yeah, to be a producer for sure.
How much?
We could go to the site and see, Ravenshire.
Oh, I'll check it out. What's it called? www. What's that?
www.
It's called www.
You forgot a W in there, buddy.
Yeah, and you know what, Raven Shadow? I've told you this about 40 times at least. You don't need www anymore.
Yeah.
You just type in the fucking seedandspark.com. That's what I said. That's all you need, okay?
Actually, you got to put in HTTP colon / www. Now, I hope you get this, okay?
Are you writing this down, Raven Shadow?
Yeah, are you writing it down?
Yeah, I got a pen. I got a pen.
That's a Crayola marker. Smells like strawberries.
Yeah. In the chat, Corny is hanging out, and he says, "What up, Bill?" He says, "I was wearing
what up, evil Corny? What up?" I don't know what. Sorry, I don't know what that was.
He said, "I was wearing my Survival of the Film Freaks tee while I was podcasting last night."
Oh, that's my dude right there.
Yeah,
love Corny.
So, and he said Raven Shadow looks like a funky, cool Jesus in that picture when Bill took the picture off the wall.
Yeah, that's the Christmas. What you wanted to like wrap my balls or something? You wrote on it.
Wrap balls.
Deck your halls, brother.
I want to deck your balls. Want to deck your balls, kid.
Jesus Christ. So I just dropped the link in there because Corny asked for it, so it's in the chat room on trickortreatradio.com.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. We got a cool effects, some cool effects artists to work with us. It's gonna be it's gonna be cool. I've never done something like this before. The Woodsman was cool because it was kind of like a kitschy comedy horror type thing, and this is definitely going to be a much more serious project. There's going to be plenty of blood, and so my first shot of being able to work with some gore effects, which I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, everyone go check that out. Go check out The Wound Within, and then if you're not able to support or if you miss the campaign, keep an eye on it in the future, and hopefully you guys can
send your money directly to Michael Ravenshadow.
Yep, and then he'll send it to Bill in about 4 years.
Yeah,
he's gonna bring it to that new steak bomb place he wants.
Yeah,
meet me there, Bill. Noontime.
Extra garlic and peppers, kid.
Look at the tables. Black olives flowing.
I feel like Raven Shadow would sing Cherry Bomb, but swap it out for Steak Bomb. Is that like
Steak Bomb?
Yes, this is Steak Bomb.
Extra chilies.
Is that your jam, Raven Shadow?
Oh, it's sexy, right?
No,
not
no,
really.
It's not.
Yeah, not really.
Oh.
I shot part of that new Michael Neal Lovecraft thing too.
Oh yeah. How do you
Celophaeus? Yeah, I was
Celophaeus,
I was one of the DPs on that, and I filmed probably about half of it is stuff that I shot. So,
by the way, Raven Shadow, what do you think DP means?
Well, it depends on what you're looking up.
DP means
no, but
depends?
You hear someone say DP, what is the first thing you think of?
I mean, double penetration.
Obviously, you fucking sicko.
But,
do you think is that what you think Bill is doing on these film sets?
I don't know. He's fucking. What are you gonna do? Go away for a couple days in the woods?
Hey, he's an award-winning filmmaker. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think yeah, no. I mean, no. But yeah, double penetration or director of photography, as they say.
As they say, I'm an award winner. Award winner.
Look at that.
Award winner.
Look
Award. Look at this. That's my Independent Spirit Award. You fuck.
You fuck you. You fucking mulaka.
You fucking sicko.
Raven Shadow, show him our award.
Yeah,
no, leave your pants on.
That's not
a tiny award.
That's not a reward. That's a punishment.
Yeah.
Look at that award-winning thumbnail. It's really nice. It's taped. It's taped on the shelf behind me.
It's taped? Why is it taped?
Well, you flip the tape around so you don't fall over. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, but why do you have tape on it to begin with?
To secure it. Because it's a fucking national treasure.
It's a national treasure.
What is this award? I know I was making fun of it. Is this a legitimate award? What's going on?
It is. No, it's our award for
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's from years ago. Like what 2019?
2019.
Yeah, we won at Scaricon. We were the what was it? Best long form podcast. We are very long.
Very long form. It's the extended version.
Yeah.
I mean, for the fellas and ladies listening close, we are known for our length. That's just what we do. I mean,
fucking elbow deep over here.
Outside the cinema is great, but it's shorter than we are. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that
we are definitely shorter than you guys. Now that's for sure.
You guys used to be. Well, sometimes you'd have like 2.5 hours. You know what? Those are probably the shows that we were on. Never mind.
Yeah, we would.
We leave a voicemail.
Yeah, we'd have back in the day, man, when we used to have tons of feedback and stuff. We would sometimes go 3 hours, but now as soon as I start the show, I'm immediately I want to be done with it. I want to be done. Chris is like, all right, yeah, cool. Let's do this as quick as possible. And some weeks we'll be done with the 2 reviews, and it'll be like 40 minutes, and I'll be like, oh man, I hope Joe's segment goes on for a little bit longer. And then Scott, the week will be like, I'm like, oh, maybe Scott will have like a nice 15-minute one this week, and it's like 4 minutes. Guys, I'm really busy this week, so I only have a minute.
Well, maybe Raven Shadow, maybe you should send in some segments.
I'd play them.
Nice.
I don't fucking care.
I want some assignments.
Assignments.
You want some assignments?
You should just call in a report on what you thought of the previous week's show.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm listening to it, and I was like, he's talking about this. I haven't seen it, but it's all right.
But is that like a Bobcat Goldthwait sort of thing? Though?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been on the show since 7/21/21. So my Raven Shadow impersonation is nowhere near what it used to be, kid.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but it's not but you've upped your Bobcat.
I have. Yeah, my Bobcat apparently is great.
Yeah, that's aces, dude.
Oh, Evil Corny wants to know: did you get to meet Tony Todd on set, Bill?
No.
Was he in? Was he in that movie?
In Celophaeus, he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but you didn't work with him.
Yeah, I don't know what Michael wants out about that, so I can't say much. He's very protective of his work, so.
Okay. Well, shit, Corny. I hope you didn't spoil something.
No. He made an announcement that Tony Todd is.
Okay, good.
Is his voice. He did voice work for it, is what it was.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I don't want to give away what exactly he did, because it's a very integral part of it. But no, I did not meet him. But I have met Tony Todd, so.
That's right.
Him and Chris. The first year we went to Rock and Shock, Chris was wearing an Obama T-shirt, and Tony Todd keyed right in on that and was like, "Hey, you're all right, kid." And then he made the mistake of saying that to Chris, and then Chris thought they were best friends, and so Tony Todd was like, "You need to leave. You need to leave me alone." And he's like, "Yeah, but I'm wearing my shirt. It says like Democrats do it better." Or like, I don't remember.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, you need to leave him alone.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. What the fuck? Raven Shaw just got up?
Oh,
you believe this, Bill?
Yeah, obviously I believe this.
Unbelievable, Raven Shaw. We got to guess.
Nothing has changed since 7/21/21.
Right.
First of all, I am unbelievable, and I was getting delivery from Steak Bomb a minute ago. So,
were you?
Yeah.
Let's get a Steak Bomb review.
It's fucking good. Steak, bro.
You just told us you haven't had it yet.
That's
going to be like when I review the movie later without watching it.
Yeah.
But it's a good story, Phil. If you check out OTC recently, The Glove, I'm very intrigued about.
Glove. Oh my
Check
God,
out
dude,
OTC.
The Glove. Starring Rosie Greer.
Yeah.
You guys did if I'm not mistaken, you guys did The Cat recently, right?
Yeah, we did that Korean movie.
Oh, Jesus.
That's right. It was a different movie.
Different cat movie.
Yeah,
what was the one you guys watched?
Nam Noi Choi, I think, was the director. He did Story of Ricky.
No, it was different.
Yeah. So the guy who did Story of Ricky did a movie called The Cat, and it's fucking awesome. If you haven't seen that one, Bill, I don't remember. It was from like. Speaking of The Cat,
MC's cat's ass walking by the screen.
I think it winked at us.
Pucker up, Buttercup.
Oh shit! Oh, we just saw that cat have for lunch.
And it wasn't a Steak Bomb. The one that we watched was a Korean film from 2011.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, because we were talking about, I think it was last week when we had Scott on, he had mentioned something about the show, and we looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, The Cat." It was like, "Is that the one we did?" And I remember we actually talked about that, and it wasn't the same one. So,
because it was the same show they did Bad Milo on.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Raven Show's favorite fucking movie.
Again,
but
it was good.
Right?
It was good.
Good enough to be like the top film of like 2015.
No,
that was a Raven Shadow.
God, no.
Yeah, Raven Shadow, like ranked. I think if I'm not mistaken, that was your top film.
No, it was not my top film. I think it was top 5 because I like balls in it.
Bring the tape back. Roll the tape back.
I can look it up.
Roll the tape back. We got to see what. It's not my favorite film from 2015's number one's Bad Milo.
I like Ken Marino. He's fun.
Ken Marino's funny, you know. He was in Wet Hot American Summer and Party Down, and that girl from Community was pretty hot, and then like she didn't show her tits or anything though, so it wasn't that good. But I guess it's my number one.
All right, it was 2014. Let me see, Raven Shadow. Oh, you know what? Okay, well, I misremembered. I was just surprised it was on your list. It was number 11 for Raven Shadow.
Oh, this changes everything, Wolfie. Now you're the bad guy.
I know, but we had movies like Jodorowsky's Dune, Snowpiercer, Blue Ruin, The Raid 2, Cold in July, Killers, The Guest, Lock, Dead Snow 2, Why Don't You Play in Hell, The Babadook, Father's Day, The Battery, Only Lovers Left Alive, The Seventh Curse, goes on and on and on, and you pick fucking Bad Milo.
You're totally burying me in front of Bill right now.
You're right, I am. You deserve to be buried for this.
It was number 11. What's the best one?
What's the number one? Number one is the best.
Okay, yeah. So I had Snowpiercer way above Bad Milo, and Snowpiercer didn't have Ken Marino in it.
No, it didn't. It had Captain America though.
Captain America.
Snowpiercer was your number one that year.
See,
it's a dope fucking movie. Have you guys watched the show? Have you guys watched the Snowpiercer show?
No, never have.
And Tilda Swinton. Don't forget Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, Tales of Swinton.
The Snowpiercer show was actually really good though. It's
Was it good?
It's really good. Really good.
Really? Okay. Is it different? Is it like a reimagining of the show?
I mean, yes and no. It's still the same story, but it's a different train. Like, so basically it's like a rebranding, maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
Or a reimagining.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. But Daveed Diggs is in it, and he's fucking killer. He's really good in it. Yeah, no, it's good. It's definitely worth watching for sure.
Because I liked Fargo season 1, the TV show, if memory serves, and that was a weird take. I like that. When they were doing those weird things, they did like the From Dusk Till Dawn TV show. They did Snowpiercer.
I never watched the Dusk Till Dawn one. I watched the first season of Fargo. It was all right, but I'm not a big Coen Brothers guy in general, so okay. I didn't really care either way. Did any of you guys see the From Dusk Till Dawn show? Because I actually heard it was quite good.
No, I never saw him. But
man, you guys are supposed to be a horror movie podcast. What the fuck?
Horror movie, not horror TV.
Ooh, semantics.
I did watch the first season. I think I remember liking it. It was at a different point in my life. Continuity was shifting, but I think we,
AKA, it was before the divorce.
That's.
But
I mean, everything happened. Life goes on, and you guys divorced.
All right, well, thanks. So maybe I should pay you to read that.
Is this therapy session here or what?
Michael's already on the couch, so just lay down, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it's like he said, I mean, life happens, things went on, and much like a pair of butt cheeks in an orgy, you two separated.
You are a terrible. Your cat just puckered its ass in front of the camera, and you're gonna play him like that?
Yes.
All right, fair. But so, not to digress, but like horror movie TV shows from the last few years, what do you guys like? Like, what have you been able to watch? Like, did you watch what was the Stephen King one on Hulu? Not Erie, Indiana.
Not Gerald's Game.
Oh, Castle Rock.
The TV show.
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Everyone talked about it when it came out. It was like, Castle Rock is like the best fucking thing ever. And it's like, hey, did you finish watching it? And everyone's like, nah, not really. But yeah, like the first, and this is okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna gripe here for a second.
Yeah. Shoot, man, shoot.
So, horror fans, I love you, but I also hate you because you will grab onto something and talk about it incessantly like it is the greatest thing you've ever seen. Let's use Skinamarink, for example.
Yeah.
This is the best movie ever. It's reinventing the genre. Blah 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 blah. Did you finish it? Oh no, I only watched the first half of it.
I only saw a clip on TikTok.
I heard it was really good. Oh, fucking it's changing the game. So many horror fans, and I guess this probably happens across the board, but since we're talking about horror stuff, and this is gonna sound like I'm shitting on you because I am shitting on you.
Buy the DVD.
But that's a really good point. I mean, it's an excellent point. But like the idea that everyone will champion this stuff like when it gets released and talk about it incessantly and then just forget about it within like a couple weeks, right? Why is that?
Yep.
Why do we abandon stuff so quickly?
Because there's always new product coming out.
Yeah,
It's not so much abandoning it. It's more like putting it off to the side and making room for the new stuff to come in. Because, I mean, it's an ongoing cycle of horror films that's coming out, and especially with more independent features coming out and more ways to view them, that the shelf life of a horror film, a good horror film anyway, isn't very long because there's always more product coming out.
I don't think that's it. I think it's just the generation we live in. It's like swipe right, like like scroll
I think that's
through.
a big part of it.
Yeah, it's like things only excite us for a few minutes and then we're done with them. And honestly, like it's sort of like the binge mentality. That's why I'm glad that certain shows, like I'm a big fan of the Star Wars shows. Why I'm glad that they do weekly shows, because it keeps the conversation going. Whereas if it drops, if it's a binge worthy thing like Stranger Things or Karate Kid or whatever, I don't know like what the bigger ones were. We mentioned this actually on the Patreon, but like something like Tiger King, like you remember that fucking dominated for like a week or two, and then it's like and then it's gone. And you don't really hear anything about it. So I think it's just the like instant gratification of this generation, and people just want something new and fresh, and then they get it, and then they're done with it.
It's kind of like media's become like a one night stand, like a drunken night.
Totally. Yeah.
It's like what the fuck, but like. What was the
That's a good term for a little gimmick there, Raven Chat. We'll do like a little segment.
Really? Yeah.
One night stand media.
One night stand media, right? Like,
and what's the deal with media these days?
I mean, hey.
But like even like shows, like what was the Psycho show? Was it
Bates Motel?
Bates Motel.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I watched probably the first, and once again, maybe I'm in that category, but it was the.
Well, you're lucky if you get through an episode to begin with.
Yeah, maybe I was more sober back then, but that was fine. It was kind of like Smallville meets fucking Psycho kind of thing.
Right.
It was the origin of Norman the Bates.
Well, here's another good one for you guys. Did any of you finish The Walking Dead?
Oh, no. I gave up after season 3, I think.
But that's the thing. It went on for like 7 or 8 seasons. And after like the 3rd season, I don't know anybody that talked about it.
I don't either.
So
I held on for 6 seasons.
Damn, you're a better man than me. Well, not
I held on for
Worse
6
man.
seasons, and after I just got tired of it. Got tired of the waiting, got tired of there's only so much story you can build up before it just starts getting boring. And they found inventive ways of killing off zombies, and that was entertaining. That was fun. You get to see a bunch of gore on the screen, and that was a big attraction. And the story was a big attraction, but goddamn, the story just started getting stale, and
it
people
happened
started
quick too.
By the millions.
So I disagree. I don't think. I mean, I read the comic and I adore the comic, and then for me, like, I got behind on the book because I was getting it in the trade collections, and then
that's
just
how I read it.
Yeah. And then this happened when like I got behind on the trades, and the show was advancing to where I was past where I'd read. Now, granted, it's not always the same story, but I wanted to at least finish the comic before I finished the show. And the pandemic happened, and I gotta be honest, at the time I didn't really want a lot of like apocalypse shit. I'm like, let's see what Charles in Charge is up to.
Charles.
Or something like, let's see Police Academy 2, because that calms me down when I like the police. Like
ACAB over here.
yeah,
Police
yeah.
Academy 8 ACAB.
Yeah. I guess let's see what they're going to Russia. Really? Mission to Moscow happened. So, after Rick left, and I don't know. I'll finish it. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
I won't.
Yeah, no.
Is the comic completed now too, or is there still?
That's done.
The cool thing about the comic was it was such a work because it solicited issues like 3 months ahead, but they totally did a clunkety clow final issue. Like it was super whispery. So like they like issue, whatever it was 208.
Right.
Rick runs amok and kills a zombie, but the final issue happened in 205. So it was actually one of the best kept surprises, I think, at that time in comics, where we knew from the retail perspective, we're like, this could be the last issue. I'm like, wait, really? This is the last issue? So it was a cool wrestling work. But
That's cool. I read through all the prison stuff.
Yeah.
And then fell behind and was like, oh, the new trade wasn't out yet, and then I just never went back to it.
I'm at where the one they wore the masks on their face, the gatherers, the whisperers, maybe the whisperers. So I'm around that point.
I don't even know if I got that. I don't think I got that far.
Courtney has a couple of good ones he named. He says Lovecraft Country, Penny Dreadful.
Yo, Lovecraft Country. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second, because I actually watched it.
I didn't finish it for whatever reason. I think, but I really dug the first 4 episodes. I think I watched.
It was only, I think, 8 episodes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was good though, and it was setting something up really awesome. And then fucking they axed it. That's the other thing I think a killer for a lot of stuff is like.
That's what it was. They axed it, and I was like, well.
Why watch
yeah,
it?
why bother?
It ends on it ends on essentially a cliffhanger. I mean, not really not a cliffhanger, but it ends at a point where you're like, oh, this is dope. What's coming? I can feel what's coming next. And then they were like, nah, sorry.
Yeah.
That seems to happen all the time now, man. Yeah. Like I can't watch a show, I feel like, until I know I'm gonna get a satisfying conclusion in it.
Yeah, like I still haven't watched Last of Us. I know they're gonna continue that obviously because it was fucking did gangbusters, but
huge.
I was
also fucking up the Mandalorian because they paid him so much money.
I know, right? But yeah, that's one I'll definitely check out. And Corny also mentioned Yellow Jackets. He said it's been one of the best horror TVs. Those have been the best horror TV series in years he's seen.
Let me throw one at you guys, and I'm assuming that none of you guys have watched this, and you're gonna laugh, but I'm telling you. Riverdale.
Oh, it's funny. I heard someone mention it this weekend. I think actually.
It's funny because the first, I think there's 7 seasons now. It's a WB type or CW like teen drama.
Yeah.
But it is the most batshit insane stuff I have ever seen in my life.
Isn't it kind of in the same universe as like the Sabrina the Teenage Witch Netflix? Sort of,
yeah, and it's like loosely like related to like that kind of like the DC TV universe and stuff. It's not actually, but it's like in that world. But I will tell you that the first season of Riverdale is pretty standard stuff with a little bit of weird stuff going on, and then like. The final episode of the first season, after everything that for the season has been resolved or whatever, like this dude just strolls into the diner with a fucking black ski mask and then just fucking tries to kill Luke Perry. And you're like, what the fuck just happened? And then the whole next season is about like cults and like demons in the woods, like all this crazy shit played off in this most bizarre, like, world, like this Riverdale world that's just like hot chicks and like chiseled guys, and you're like, but the Rune King is in the woods. Like what is happening? Archie is 17, but he's in jail and he's a bare knuckle boxer and the warden is like,
What the
the
fuck?
warden is making him fight for money, and like, then he plays guitar, and then he's like, it's fucking crazy. But it is, if you can suspend, Rich is not, Monster Zero does not look impressed.
He's not impressed whatsoever. It's a comic,
But it's-
so he won't watch it.
But it's like, if you've ever read the Archie comics, like it's fucking kitty fluff, you know, right? Like there was
Yeah,
never
yeah,
like
yeah.
a dark side of Riverdale, like
Is
comic was there?
is Jughead in it?
Jughead
Jug-
is in it, yeah. You know,
Jughead,
Jughead is played by
Jughead.
one of the twins that was in Sweet Life of Zach. Is it Sweet Life of Zach and Cody that the two twins were in?
I have
Jughead,
no idea.
Jughead.
Jughead.
I don't know,
Jughead.
but yeah, Jughead. They're all there. Archie, Jughead, Betty, Veronica.
Moose.
Yep, Moose is in it. They're all there. Mr. Honeycutt, he's there. Then there's
That's funny because it seemed like when they were doing that show, it was kind of like they were doing Riverdale, kind of like Smallville, and it always goes back to Smallville. But
Yeah.
like they twisted it, and I was never an Archie fan because it'd be like, oh, you read comics? Yeah, I read Archie comics. I'm like, fuck it, those aren't fucking comics, bro.
no, I agree, man. I agree. It's fluff.
But I hear though it goes in. So is it worth from like a fun loving weirdness thing?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll down Marion. Let's get Archie. Let's get Riverdale.
It's on Netflix. The whole series is on Netflix.
Really?
There you go.
And I think the 7 seasons, and I think they're doing one more season this year. But dude, it's fucking crazy. It's almost like True Blood was, where they're
Okay.
piling more shit on, and you're just like, where is all of this coming from? And I remember I watched a YouTube video that was like, what the fuck happened to Riverdale? It was like the name of the video. And they talk about how the first season was like, there was some like kind of dark stuff going on because they were trying to solve a murder. There was 2 twins, Jason and the other redhead girl. I can't think of her name, but like he gets murdered and they're trying to figure out who murdered him like the whole season. But yet they're still like going to prom. And also all of these kids are supposed to be like sophomores, but they just like they go to bars and drink. And like one of them runs a speakeasy. Veronica runs a speakeasy. She's supposed to be 15. Her dad's Hiram Lodge. He's like the big mafia guy and like owns a prison.
All right. So,
Dude, it's fucking crazy. I will do a Riverdale podcast right now.
Right now.
all right, let's do it.
Who's in? Who wants to watch it? And we're gonna do this. Jesse, you're gonna have to run and record it though, because I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I'll just record.
And Rich-
I'm not gonna
And
talk.
Monster Zero, you're gonna hate watch it.
Hate watch it.
It's fucking incredible.
Evil Corny says Jughead was like a detective in the first season.
Yeah, and then he becomes a writer. He starts writing the Hardy Boy novels. It's not the Hardy Boys, but it's like
It's
Like
supposed to
extreme-
be.
it's
Extreme
Jeff.
novels?
Yeah, Matt and Jeff.
The extreme.
Just doing.
Oh man, I'm telling you, Riverdale's fucking sick. I'll come on and do a Riverdale episode anytime.
Boy.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on. We're talking about the cat.
Oh, who fucking knows anymore? The
You guys got me going, man.
Hardy Boys.
Dum, 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 dum.
You guys see Jeff Hardy coming out with a save with Matt? On,
Yeah, it was sick. Did you see his eyes all fucked up still?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's totally sober.
No,
He
he had
was, though.
surgery. Yeah, it's
He had eye surgery.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
He is sober. I think he. I don't.
He has
I think
to
he
be.
has to be. Yeah, or he's fucking done.
I said we watched the last AEW pay-per-view. Was like, shit, he's in fucking Vegas. This isn't good. And then it was like on Tuesday. Oh shit.
I
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
dude. I was there. I went to Double or Nothing.
Oh, you were there for that show?
I went to Vegas for Double or Nothing. I'm going to Toronto for Forbidden Door.
Oh, nice.
But so yeah, that match, I remember watching that Hardy Boys Bucks match and being like, this is really messy.
Yeah.
Like way messier than it should be. And there was a couple times where like you could see the Bucks covering for Jeff.
Yeah.
because he definitely he missed a spot where like he fell off the top rope. If I'm not, I think it was he went up to the top rope and like fell, but like not that like oh shit he fell, not the like oh like he slipped. It was like what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
Yeah, one of the worst wrestling matches of all time was Jeff Hardy versus Sting from TNA. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
You've seen
Yeah.
it, MZ?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen it.
It's a
Where
yeah.
Sting is just yelling at him the whole time.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's-
what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's rough, man. It's real rough.
He's a guy we all want to see him succeed, though. I don't know. It's weird how like
Yeah,
somebody will do something and we'll write them off and we'll be like, fuck that guy.
yeah. Not
But
not
this
him,
guy,
though.
like-
he's gotten at least like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chances. I don't even know at this point.
Seriously, I
Yeah.
mean, he's gotten fired and rehired from companies multiple times. He's gone through rehab multiple times.
He's the charismatic enigma, man.
Dude,
Yeah, but he
fucking
really
brother
should-
Nero.
He really should retire. I mean, he's got enough money in the bank, it seems. So
Well, who fucking knows? Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. He's had to pay a lot of lawyers.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, but he put his body on the line week after week. I mean, like even when he went for the Swanton Bomb, like because he's our age.
Yeah, he's 40. He's 48.
Yeah.
He still looks like he's fucking 20. It's crazy. Maybe not 20, but like early 30s maybe.
He also doesn't have any money in the bank because he got all those really bad tattoos. His whole back's covered now. Did you see it on AEW last
yeah.
week? His whole back is covered.
Yeah. Those are all new, right?
And he
Yeah.
probably spent all that money making his band's albums.
I've never heard them. Are they bad? They got to be bad, right? They can't be good.
You know what? I think I downloaded a copy and I never listened to it.
I would assume they would sound like a bad like Saliva cover band.
It's like
Click Swanton Bomb.
it's something. What's the name of his band? It's like something it's like
Called
peroxide.
the Bacon
but
Brothers.
Like, it's like peroxide, but it's like per Y. I don't know. It's like a weird spelling or something. Let me look
That's
it up.
Siri. Where's Siri?
Let me look it up. Jeff Hardy's band.
I think I heard one track from that, and it's bad.
Feel my ubiquity.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
I
that's
can't
way
tell.
better.
I mean, I can't tell which is worse, this or Lanny Poffo's "The Policeman Is Your Friend."
I mean, that's worse.
That is
That's
bad.
worse.
What about
That is
Perfect Friend
bad.
from Macho Man? You are
How
my
about what?
perfect friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
The name of this band is
Be a man, Hulk.
It's the name. The way you say it is peroxygen, but it's spelled perox Y question mark gen.
Ugh.
So the Y
Oh,
is
he's one of
spelled
those
out.
guys.
The Y is spelled out. It should be peroxygen, but it's perox Y gen.
The P is
Oh, he's
silent.
one of those guys.
I
who
didn't know
basically
this,
put-
but Shannon Moore is in the fucking band.
Of course he is.
God.
Of course he is. What's he play? Bass?
Oh,
He's got to be a bass player,
Oh,
right?
he was a past member. He was
Oh.
programming and lead vocals.
Programming and lead. I mean, Jeff Hardy's not the lead vocalist.
I don't know. He's also listed as lead vocals and programming, so I don't fucking know. Let me see if I can find my. I downloaded it. Let me see if I find my fucking.
we need
download
a
of this.
clip.
Yeah,
We need a clip. Is it on? How's it spelled again?
perox. It's peroxygen, but instead of the Y, it's spelled out WHY.
Wait,
Question
spell it
mark.
for me. Spell it for me.
PEROX
PEROX
WHY question mark.
All right, yeah, they're on Spotify.
www.
Where
I got it right here. You guys want me to play a clip or?
I was gonna. Well, I'm about to grab it over here. Well, let's see. I can play it through here, so it'll be a little bit more
All right.
clear. Let me go ahead and.
Within this, what is that? Within the Cygnus Rift. That's their 2015 album.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
2017 they released a record called. Wow, this is so pretentious.
It really is, yeah.
Procession of the Equinoxes. And
All
he's
right.
listed separate.
Boy, he
Here-
really believes it's an old shit, doesn't he?
All right, here's a song called "Distance."
Ugh.
Oh my god, this sounds like something else.
Sounds like Days of the New, where like.
Oh, it sounds like Cemetery
Cover my-
Gates.
Yeah.
Cemetery Gates. Oh, you can tell it's him.
Pushing comes to shove. Dreams of knowing you.
I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit. I hope it's not just.
You want to get to the rocking part?
Yeah.
The distance between
Thank you so much. We've been for Oxygen. I hope you guys enjoy Shine Down.
I want something a little rocking. Is there something else?
Yeah, you had to pull it. They're all power ballads.
That
That's all
sounds
they
like
do.
their ballad.
Can you play the Bronson Arroyo album, please?
What about? Can we play the Enzo Amore rap record?
Oh God.
Real one.
Real one. I don't think I ever even heard. Oh no, I did. I think I listened to one track and I was like,
Oh,
what
I definitely.
the fuck
We did
is
a
this?
music show, and I definitely used that as joke picks for everybody. So
I just want Jeff and Matt to be healthy, and I thank them for all their contributions.
that's so nice of you, Michael. So nice of you.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, shred it. This one goes out to Spain for letting us on the tour.
That's a little bit better than the other one, but
I mean,
don't
better.
Think I, could listen to that.
Better's a word you could use.
Yeah. More
Oh,
upbeat.
sorry.
How about that? More upbeat.
More upbeat. I mean, that was music.
He used to do his theme song in TNA. He wrote. I forget the name. I forget the name of that one though. Let me see if I can find it. Jeff.
It was called
Hardy.
"I'm on the Outside."
I think is this it? Let's see. I'd recognize it. I don't remember that one, so let's see.
Man, that sounds just like Taproot or one of those
Yeah,
those
yeah.
shitty like new metal bands.
I don't know. I don't remember that
They're
one either, so I
definitely
don't
the
fucking
band
know.
that in their head they sound like Pantera. Like they think they're like heavy like Pantera or
Yeah.
like early Metallica, but they actually sound like Days of the New.
Or Taproot or whatever the fuck.
Taproot is even, I think, maybe a little too heavy. It's like
Oh.
it's like there's a very specific new metal band I'm trying to think of. Puddle of Mud.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What was?
Oh, can you take it all away?
Oh shit! Boyski. Yeah.
Man.
Say Boyski?
But yeah, Riverdale is sick.
Yeah, how the fuck do we get? Oh, the Hardy Boys. That's it.
Hardy Boys is what it was.
All right, here's the last. I want to see if this is the TNA theme song. One more.
I just love the Taproot reference.
I think this. Yeah, this is the one. It's so bad.
Oh, I feel bad laughing at him. You know when he wrote that, he was like, yo, this sounds just like Rage Against the Machine,
Yeah.
when in reality it sounds like the Bloodhound Gang.
Well, I would take Bloodhound Gang over that.
I've gotten so many good references in Bloodhound Gang, Taproot,
Oh, God.
Puddle
Oh,
of
they-
Mud.
You got any prong?
Oh, no, it's going to be on
Snap
my.
your finger, snap your neck.
Is that that kid?
That's going to be on the Trick or Treat Radio watch history now. Shit.
Who cares, dude? He's gonna be like, man, somebody's checking out my tunes. I better listen to the episode.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh man, I'm gonna sue them for defamation.
Defecation.
We love you. We love you, Matt. Thank you for all your.
I mean, I'll make it clear. I love Jeff Hardy as a.
Oh man, no,
as
yeah.
a wrestler,
I
yeah.
want him to be healthy, but at the same time, I wonder why he has gotten so many chances where so many others haven't.
There's something about him. I actually heard, I forget who was talking about it, but someone was like, he's just so charismatic and like there's just
Enigmatic,
something.
I mean.
You look at him and he looks like a rock star. Like he just there's something different about him. I think it was someone was talking about it. They went to like the Hall of Fame or something like that, WWE Hall of Fame one year, and like everyone's showing up dressed, like in a suit. Everyone's looking almost all the same, but he shows up and he looks like a fucking rock star, and like people are just drawn towards him. Like it's kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, they did a signing at a Ring of Honor show a few years ago when they were still doing Ring of Honor, and they're incredibly nice guys and like super good to the fans, and like a lot of fat girls hugging them and not even being upset about it, and like and weird dudes wearing fucking cargo pants and like. What the hell were the big fucking baggy pants from back in the day that they used to wear?
Jinko jeans?
Yeah, like wearing like Jenkos with like giant fucking like barbershop quartets on the backside of them and stuff.
Oh, I got a request to cleanse the palate. So
is it real one? Tell me it's real one.
No.
Oh, that sucks then.
There you go. It's Crispin Hellion Glover.
That's not gonna cleanse the palate.
Yeah, it will. Clowny
Nice.
clown.
Clown.
Was it from Monster Zero or
No.
Rachel?
Corny, actually.
I was walking on the ground, I didn't make a sound, then I turned around and I saw a clown.
Clown.
Had a frown, stood on a mound, started barking like a hound.
Like a hound.
When I came to it, I found he showed me something that was brown. So we became great friends, and late in life, got sick.
All right, there you go, Corny. A little palate cleanser.
If Jeff Hardy came out to that, that'd be fucking awesome.
Oh, I agree. He should actually.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I just still can't believe they come out to that fucking like that same song that was like you hear it on ESPN. It's like public domain, and they actually purchased it.
Yep. Dude, and it still gets a pop every time.
It does, yeah. I mean, it totally does.
I was watching it on my phone in the bath, and I'm like, yo.
Wait, what? You're watching on your
were like,
phone
yo,
in your bath?
okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about where I was watching it. I'm just telling you.
Well, I'm worried about it because you said that. You said I was, watching it in my bath.
Yeah. That's fun. He came out, we saved him. Did a swanton bomb.
And he didn't dance his way down to the ring while his brother was getting his ass kicked this time. Which was
Not
nice.
this time, yeah.
He came with a chair. Like,
I still think that's one of the best things ever. He fucking shows up and he comes out and fucking dances while Matt's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, that's so good.
May have still doing some drugs back then.
Well, that was just like, what, a year ago?
Well, yeah. Well, then he got busted like 2 months later or whatever it was. So,
Yeah, so he probably was.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we should
What
probably talk about this movie.
Oh, there's a movie? Hang out with
I know. We're just I can tell Monster Zero's getting he's getting surly over there.
well, whenever I come on the show, MZ doesn't get a word in edgewise. So.
Are you okay with that, MZ?
Yeah, he's fine with it. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, Corny said thanks. You're welcome, Corny. Yeah, little palate cleanser there for you. It's 10, Bill. I don't know. Like, is it a school night?
No, I mean, no. Actually, it's school vacation week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Travis
It's
is
the
sleeping
opposite.
over a friend's house tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got nothing on the dog. I don't even know where the dog's asleep over there.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
you're
Can you see
welcome.
him?
Where's Bark?
Hang on. Where is he?
We're looking for Bark.
Damn it. Hey, hit the wrong button. Hang on. There he is.
There's
Bark.
Bark. Hey, Bark.
There he is.
Bark.
The man, the myth.
I like to hump these guys. Pay
Yeah.
attention.
It's been a while. I think
he's all of us.
I think MZ misses the loving touch of Bark Wahlberg.
I missed the loving touch of MZ.
Of MZ. All right.
Mark's a little more aggressive for my taste.
Don't be a pussy.
No, you don't like that?
No, I feel that he was a little bit aggressive. You could have bought me a drink first.
It's a dog.
It's a dog, dude.
Yeah, they don't buy drinks. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Like, let's take a break because Raven Shadow, if he doesn't have a cigarette, he's gonna fucking flip out. And
Pussy.
I actually haven't eaten anything in about 7 hours, so I'm just gonna grab a quick snack. We'll take a quick break. Bill, you're more than welcome to hang out.
I'll hang for a little. Yeah, I'll hang for a little bit
for
longer.
as long as you want. And so we'll take two. Real quick, I'll just do this whole thing real quick. If you guys want to help support the show, head on over to patreon.trickortreatradio.com and consider supporting. We just dropped a new Patreon exclusive episode. Actually, it was a lot of fun. I was actually at Raven Shadow's place. We were in the studio together, connected up with MZ, and we had a fun little conversation. So we'll talk more about it later or maybe next week. But yeah, new episode. It was a lot of fun. I think we had a good discussion there, so you guys can check that out. And obviously, you can get in on all the other perks on Patreon. So give that a look and consider supporting. You can join for as little as $2 a month. And let's see, Amazon. Use our Amazon link. Go to trickortreatradio.com. Scroll down, look for the Amazon logo, click it, and then I'll bring you to Amazon. Doesn't cost them any extra Raven Shadow if they use it, but what?
Well, that would help keep the lights on.
So you can use that, and then also we got the greatest hits of Trick or Treat Radio volumes 1 through 3 on trickortreatradio.com if you click on store. There you go. Quick and easy. Raven Shadow, you sit down to watch Night of the Killer Bears. What do you do to prepare for this feast, this visual feast on the eyes?
I check out the newest episode of Outside the Cinema, available on if you're a dummy on Stitcher apparently, but I guess it's on other platforms. And then when it's a Modge Podge episode, there's still a sexy Reverend Scott bit, so you better believe I strapped on.
You go through your week with the same old routine.
What you really want is some blood and thunder in your life.
Well, friend, you found it.
The Cromcast is an adventurous journey through the history of two-fisted pulp stories.
With your hosts, John,
Josh,
and Luke.
We have action,
horror,
and adventure, all through the lens of pulp luminary Robert E. Howard.
Don't just stay in your ordinary life.
Find your pulp life at thecromcast.blogspot.com.
The Cromcast.
The Cromcast.
The Cromcast.
A podcast for the barbarian at heart.
Trick or Treat Radio, man. That's where it's at. That's the new Fangoria Radio.
The following message is a paid advertisement for the Cult of Muscle podcast. The Cult of Muscle. You're either in it or you're dead.
It's the dawning of a new age. The halls of Valhalla have been shuttered. The heroes of yore have either retreated to the shadows or taken to capering for the amusement of the small folk. Their past glories a distant memory. The barbells have been torn from their once puma-strong grips. The beards shorn from their square jaws, only to be transplanted onto flannel-clad, puny weaklings with fingers barely powerful enough to strum a ukulele. The time has come, my brothers, to restore order from the chaos. No longer will our heroes be forgotten. No longer will their great deeds be viewed through a foggy lens of irony. Hear now our rallying cry as we scream it from the mountaintops, as we bellow it from iTunes and Libsyn and Facebook. It's time to join the cult, my brothers. So don your cloaks and enter the Cult of Muscle.
This is Chocolate Beast. You're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
but you should be eating nougat.
All right, we are back on Trick or Treat Radio. At least I am back. Wow, I think it's it's not the first time, but I'm the only one back right now. All right, so we are going to talk about a movie here. Let me go ahead and pull up the details. That movie is the Night of the Killer Bears, which we'll get into the title. The title is a little misleading, but the original title is The World of Killing People, which is equally a bad name, but a potentially more appropriate name. And this film just got a VOD release just 2 days ago. I think it was April 18th. And it is 95 minutes. It is a comedy horror. And my Thai, MZ, you're just in time because my Thai is not very good, so this should be fun. The director is Can Fong Banjong Finij. And it stars, you know what? I'm not even going to try. MZ, I'm going to deny you the ability to hear me attempt Thai names because I just can't. I can't do it.
Why would you deny me of it, though?
All right. You want me to try one? Here you go, Bill.
7/21/21. I need to hear this.
Sanantha Chat Thanapat Pisol.
Wow, that was even worse than I thought it would be.
Pachata Jan Ingern.
Oh, this is funny.
Panasara Rikul Surakan.
Why does every name sound like a brand of TV? You're like Samsung Ni Choi, Panasonic New Kong. I'm as a guy who can't pronounce names, man. You are struggling.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I wasn't gonna do it because I can't do Thai. I just can't do it. Like I can do Japanese names, I can do some Spanish names, but yeah, like anything Thai or I guess maybe Indian isn't too bad, but like French is also another tough one. But yeah, this is there's just so many letters. I can't tell where the accents go, and there's a lot of like consonants that like go together.
Why is there a Q in here? There's not should be a Q here.
There's the last name has 15 letters in it, and 13 of them are the consonants.
Right.
Why is there an ampersand?
Did Jeff Hardy write this? Thing?
Call back.
Oh shit! That actually would make more sense.
Yeah.
You have an excuse then.
And one thing that always kind of makes me laugh, and this is like the sort of like child in me, is there's a lot of Thai names that have porn in them. I can't help but see porn, right? Like there's this one dude, Chanagan R porn satanan.
We should timestamp that, by the way, where Wolfie says, "I can't help but see porn."
Reverend Scott
explains a lot.
Reverend Scott, please be listening right now.
He's not listening.
I don't know. We thought Raven Shadow didn't listen to OTC, so who knows?
That's true. That is true. All right, so this this film, I actually saw it written up. I saw a write up on it. I think it was it Bloody Disgusting? I don't know. One of those sites, and it said that had good kills. That's kind of what kept me going with this one, because I was like, all right, well, the premise is pretty ridiculous. Like, Bill, if you're, let's see, let me put the poster up here.
What was the title again? Oh, just want to bring it up on it.
It's Night of the Killer Bears. And on the poster, there's a stuffed animal with a knife, and it says Ted meets Terrifier. That honestly could not be any further from the truth. Like, it is, to have that on the poster is completely misleading. Completely. And it is not like, this makes it look like it's like a killer stuffed animal, but it's just, there's people with bear heads that are killing people. That's
Picture the crazy 88s, but they wear bear heads.
costume.
Yeah.
Was it like that that Swedish pop band from a few years ago called the Teddy Bears? Do you remember them?
No.
They had that song, the Ball with the Ball, not the Kid Rock song. So the
Brave Show getting excited.
I forget what it was like.
No.
What the hell was that song they had? But like they were like, they dressed up in like bear costumes, like was their thing with like the big round heads. Was it like that type of?
Yeah.
No, picture wearing the full like Yakuza suits, but with a bear head.
The giant bear heads.
Yeah, and there's really kind of like almost no rhyme or reason to it.
There's so much to unpack here, and it kind of bums me out that Bill didn't watch. Bill, can you watch this while we're talking about it?
I'm watching the trailer currently.
Okay,
is that enough?
Yeah, probably.
No. Because I'm fast.
Yeah, I mean the bear heads are just ridiculous. They're completely impractical for the job that's being done in them.
Right.
You know, because I mean, and you even see it in the movie that where a couple of characters are actually holding on to the bear head with one hand and holding on to a weapon in the other, trying to attack a victim. And it's completely impractical. It makes absolutely no sense. There's no rhyme or reason for it. And there's no explanation as to why. But I'm jumping ahead here.
I literally thought that this movie was going to be like more like animatronic bears, like attacking people, almost like the fucking what's it called, the Banana Splits or whatever the fuck, Five Guys at Freddy's.
Five Guys at
Five Guys at Frankie's.
What do you call it?
Five Guys at Frankie's.
You mean Willy's Wonderland? Is that the one you were thinking?
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland. Not Five Guys at Freddy's. No, what's it called? Five Guys.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
No,
Five Guys at Frankie's.
The way it was presented on the poster art, I thought it was going to be like a bunch of teddy bears running amok. You know, kind of like a Chucky thing where like a curse is on the bears
And in the first scene, you think because there's a clearly precarious shot of like a teddy bear on a couch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So the other poster art where they're like, it's almost like they're all sitting at the table. Did you look at that one?
Yeah.
That's like, what is this movie about?
it's shit. There's a lot to unpack.
Five
here.
guys, 20-somethings go to this cabin resort or this hotel resort, and they celebrate the life of a friend that they lost some time ago.
Yeah, there was some heat between some of
Rekindle
them.
their friendship.
Yeah.
And they're trying to rekindle their friendship and everything like that and celebrate his life and everything. And that's when everything starts running amok.
You saying that is a little bit more coherent than what we get, though.
But here's the thing. So yeah, right. So I mean, it's a right. The premise is 5 friends go to retreat, and we learn through backstory that something happened that made them be apart for like 3 years, which is funny because they all look to be in their 20s. So like, when did this happen? Like, it's not like they were like our age and they were.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, typically Asian people will look a little bit younger than us. So like, I'm not, I bought that they were in their late 20s.
Okay, late 20s. Fair enough.
Maybe mid to late. I don't know.
So is this like a what the heck was that slasher movie where like the person got killed and then they all like got called back in? Was that wasn't Hell Night? What the hell movie was that?
The Ritual? Not The Ritual.
No, not The Ritual. This is like an 80s. Was like an 80s slasher.
You're talking about not Splatter University.
Splatter High.
Splatter High. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like something like that?
Great flick with Caroline Munro.
Yep. So that's what I'm hearing from this is something kind of in that world.
No.
All right.
No.
Fair.
Fair. It's I don't know what to make of this. This was just because I mean, it doesn't take a genius to realize the motive.
Right.
Within the first few minutes, once you realize what's going on here, the motive is really simple and easy to follow, and it makes a lot of sense. But and because of that, it kind of the suspense is gone, the surprise is gone. It's almost though as if this is like the script of a 16-year-old, and somebody put it to film, where they just, they got the basic premise down, but they don't have these little nuances to go along with it to flesh it out a little better. And so the motive behind why people are being slashed and being killed, it doesn't take a genius to figure it out.
Well, I think we're already off the rails. And I don't mean to step on.
Well, so was the movie. So,
but it opens up with like a James Bond type intro where there's a slasher in progress, or potentially like there's a woman who's caretaker of this, inn, and she's got a regular customer, coffee shop owner.
Yeah. Well, it's at that whatever the resort, the hotel or whatever the fuck it is.
But it's not entirely clear. Like it seemed like it was a coffee shop in the beginning. But right, it's part of a hotel. There's the regular that comes in who has a crush on the worker, and then he finds out that she has a boyfriend who's coming, and then shit tends to happen, and then we realize that the woman who was the worker had some nefarious schemes of her own. Right? Like,
yep.
It's almost like, and then the guy that tried to control her and kill her was actually did her work for him. Sorry.
Right, for her.
Did her work for her. And then she kills her. It's just like, it's almost like that scene in The Departed when like everyone shot everybody in the head at the end.
Whoa, spoiler.
But like you're getting all these.
Bro, I haven't seen it yet.
Gotta see Departed, kid.
Departed.
They mentioned Worcester. That's where we live.
Is that what you got out of that movie? Is that they mentioned Worcester?
Yeah, that's why I left.
Right. So did Misery. Continue.
But like, you know what I mean? Like there's what's this guy gonna fucking do? But you realize that she turned the tables on the fucking dude. So the first 20 minutes seemed almost like a Tales from the Crypt episode, like a tie.
Yeah.
Tales from the
Before
Crypt.
the title card.
Right, which I'm kind of on board with this.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to see animatronic fucking bears. I didn't. I'm 46 years old. I didn't want to see animatronic fucking bears. I got my own problems.
I don't know how it relates to your problem.
Yes. Okay. Good.
So like, this is kind of a dope Tales from the Crypt thing, and then it brings in the Scooby Gang one by one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw the movie.
All right, just keep going, or am I burying myself?
No, just fucking keep going.
Just keep going, dude.
All right. So yeah. Yeah. So like, fine. So then it cuts to, fucking. There's other
motherfucker.
A bunch of motherfuckers. That there's a killer of the killer, and then you get, Asian kids driving to vacation, couple doing their thing. They're meeting their friends for a party. Shit goes fucking weird. I don't know.
Keep going.
Yeah. So, again,
it's a little bit more interesting than the movie, I think.
They get there, and then there's a weird mysterious. Now there's a new motherfucker who.
There's a Rey Mysterio there. Is that what
Yeah.
you were gonna say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's kind of like he could have worked for fucking New Japan. Like he's behind the counter. He's the ding 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 ding. What do you call that? Bellhop.
Concierge.
Concierge.
Okay. Yeah.
What was Tim Roth in that movie with the elevators? 4 rooms.
4 rooms.
A movie with the elevators, 4 rooms.
Oh God.
Movie with the elevators. Okay. Yeah.
Spy
You're
Kids.
you're doing so good. Keep going.
I think you're patronizing me. But
What would make you say that?
Yeah, everything you said. But yeah, so then fucking they get there. The dude's like, "Yo, this place is whack. We ain't got no fucking internet." And the chick's like, "Yo, I went here when I was a kid. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna have our friends show up. They're calling their friends." And there's one obnoxious dude who could have been part of the Taiwan entourage. Like he could have been like the Taiwan turtle from
Taiwan is Thailand.
What's the difference?
They're not, huge.
Oh my God.
God damn.
I don't know. I don't get out much.
Ugh.
What do I know about Thailand? So we call all the friends. Yeah. So everyone's like, this is the friends who are coming, and he's partying with some beautiful lovelies. He leaves them to come to this resort, and there's something strange going on because you think that, this guy's kind of scary. So it's kind of like Thailand Scooby-Doo going on, and then when they get their room, he goes back and he's doing some sinister machinations in the back room.
Some sinister machinations.
Wow.
Right.
I don't know what you did, Raven Shadow, but somehow you actually made this movie worse.
I think I made it better.
I was actually a little more interested in his version.
No. Oh.
So where did okay.
Yeah, Bill's got some questions now.
I've got some questions, and there might be some spoilers if you guys answer them. But so how do the bear costumes work into this? Like
they don't.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We're not even at the bear costumes yet.
They don't. The bear costumes have absolutely nothing to do with the killings. They're just in a costume just to hide themselves.
Oh, Raven Shadow, is it roboting?
Yeah, bro.
All right, I'm gonna kill your Skype.
And yeah, it has nothing to do with it. And like I said before, the heads, they're the giant, kind of like mascot type heads.
Oh.
So you got free range for your head to move, your actual head to move in this thing. So you gotta like hold it in order for you to see through the mask in order to see who you're killing. Now here's the part. Now it took a while, but we finally got Night of the Killer Bears because you only saw one, and then all of a sudden this troop of bears come out, but you have no idea why these troop of bears / killers are doing what they're doing.
So there's no connection to the people. That's like they just.
It doesn't seem to be.
No.
It's just like, why are there bears? Why are they killing people? Like, why would you use a bear, like mask? It just
And the spooky thing about it is that they're all the same bear costume. Like, where would you find 3, 4, 5 of the same bear costume?
Bears are us.
I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry, so I couldn't tell you.
Bears are us. I like that. Of course. How stupid of me. Of course, bears are us. And also, and I don't know how I feel about this because when I'm watching the movie, it reminded me so much of Tobe Hooper's Eaten Alive from 1976. This movie feels like it was done completely on a set. This doesn't feel like it's on location at all. It just has a very odd feeling to it. I can't explain it. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Eaten Alive.
Oh yeah, covered on an OTC episode 218. I have no idea what. We definitely covered it. I have no idea what episode.
Okay. So you know that the whole movie was basically done on a set.
Yep.
Well, that's how this movie feels. There's no exterior ambiance at all. The ambiance outside feels the same inside. I mean, it's shot on a location, but it just doesn't feel it. And I don't know if that's just the style that it was filmed in. Maybe
was it a budgetary thing? Maybe.
Say again.
Does the movie feel cheap? Was it like a budgetary thing that maybe they only had this one spot to use, or
it could have been? It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I'm not really too in the know about Thai filmmaking, so I have no idea if this would be like a big budget thing and like a low budget or whatever. But there's a pretty decent amount of shoddy CGI, which isn't exclusive to Thai films. It's there. I'm sure MZ will talk about that. That's one of his favorite things to talk about is shitty CGI. You back, Raven Channel?
Like a vertebrae.
All right.
Let me ask you guys this then. This sounds like it suffers from what a lot of more recent horror movies is. Something that probably could have been an interesting short that was extended out.
I don't even think that, honestly. I just there is kind of like almost no reason for this film to exist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it really doesn't make much sense. There's a lot of things that are wrong with this film. The CGI, as Wolfie was mentioning, is pretty bad.
Yeah, there's that scene. It's one of the first CGI scenes. I think it was at the beginning before the title card where the guy gets his head cut off. And then the girl's holding it, and she like puts it up next to like in front of her face, and it looks like he's got like all of a sudden has a tiny head. You could see proportionate.
You could see the hard outline on the neck.
Yeah,
see the hard outline on the neck, and it just doesn't look good at all.
No, it looked like the whole thing was CGI'd when they could have just why not make a prosthetic of. Even if you show from behind, you don't have to show the face, but there's so many other ways to do that to make it look halfway decent as opposed to having.
You could just get creative with the cuts too.
Right.
Like you don't even have to actually show it. You just have the knife or the axe or whatever coming in, and then you cut to like a shot of like the arms or whatever and just like splurt some blood everywhere. Like there's so many ways around that you spend more money trying to make it quote unquote better and actually make it worse.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. There's so many different ways to do that to make it look better. And it's like blatant. They show it. It's directly in front. Like it's framed right in the middle of the camera where she's holding the head and it's dripping this shitty blood, CGI blood, and she pulls it right up like almost next to her to look at it, and you can just clearly tell like the head actually looks smaller than her head, and it just looks like it's disproportionate.
It was so much better. The execution of this was so much better done in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film that came out last year. At the end of the film,
yeah.
Much better.
Which about a million much as that movie was garbage too. So
yeah, but that end kill at the end of that film was pretty sweet.
I was so angry by that. Time I got to that point, I couldn't even get into it.
Oh, dude!
I heard that episode, Bill.
Was I wrong?
You were right.
See, Raven Shadow says I'm right.
But now, like, I wouldn't even hold the CGI fine, whatever. Did you guys catch all the nods to other horror movies in this? Like, at least the Crazy remake with the axe. In that, there was definitely some Freddy stuff. I definitely saw scenes where they were playing some either homage or copying.
I was gonna say, is it come off as homages or come off as them ripping them off?
I think it was homage. I took it as homages, but the dragon, the axe, like at least
it would have to be. I would think it would have to be an homage. If it was a blatant ripoff, I would have noticed it because I didn't notice anything like this.
Oh, I saw
because I was just in awe of what I was watching and couldn't believe that I was watching it.
Yeah,
but like,
go ahead, Rizzo, go ahead.
No, Bill, please go ahead. I'm gonna jump in.
The so what this movie seemed like it had going for it, from what I read about it, was the gore. Like the thing I read was like, oh, like there's not much of a story to speak of, but the gore is like I don't think it said well done, but it just said the gore is aplenty or something like that, So I was like, all right, well, we haven't seen a good gory movie in a while. Let's give it a look. We haven't seen too many Thai films in a while. So, and I mean, it definitely has, there's a good amount of violence in this, but I feel like the impact of the gore really is diminished by how bad some of it looks. There is a drop kick in this though, which all right, that'll get you in my good graces a little bit, but just a lot of the I don't know, like the one where the dude got cut in half, I thought actually looked okay, but looked better than the head, but it just looked so fake, But they made it a quicker cut, so I was like, all right, well that I can get behind if that was the only one, but then they had the head and there was some others that were just really poor. And that's the thing that really, if you're going to do a gory movie, you have to have some great set pieces in terms of like memorable things that happen. And these are ones that we've seen decapitations with people holding heads. We've seen bodies be split in literally in half from, head to groin. I just didn't feel like there's anything in this that really was going to make it stand out. Now, maybe in Thailand, maybe this is something completely different than what they've had. But for horror fans like us, this just seems very by the numbers. And like, I don't care about any of these characters whatsoever. And I don't, I've softened on that a little bit. I don't need to necessarily care about every single character, but they're all like deplorable. Like I did not give a fuck about any of these characters. Like I feel like they all had some negative traits to them.
Well, I never found them all to be deplorable. I just found them boring.
Well,
and
that
to use a term
worse.
that you said, by the numbers. But yeah, they were just boring. And there was just no excitement in this movie. The characters were bland and two-dimensional. The gore was at best, you know. I mean, and the CGI, and when you add that poor CGI in with the violence, it just comes out looking really, really second rate or third rate, really. The opening 10, 15 minutes of this movie has something going for it, man, because the way they set it up, even though that is a little rickety and not exactly flowing at its best, there's something there. And it's not like we've never seen anything like that before, but it's just always interesting to see how they're going to play that off and what's going to come out of that. And unfortunately, it just falls apart after that. There's just nothing there.
Yeah, and go ahead, Ramshaw. No, go ahead. No,
this movie is so all over the place, and so is our discussion of this. But like,
yeah,
I it's hard. But like, I did not. I accepted the CGI for what it was. Fine, whatever. I liked the plot of the Friends gathering. Like, I think there was something there, but then it added other elements. Like, are we just gonna fucking go in and just fucking talk nonsense? Maybe we should. Maybe we just fucking should. Maybe that might I don't know. But it seemed like this location was a mecca for some kind of serial killer. Like, it's almost like I took almost like a sexy serial killer speakeasy where they would go there, kill the previous inhabitants, take it over to do their serial killer ways. Like, it was almost like everybody was a killer that you ran into. You know what I'm saying? Until the Scooby Gang showed up.
Right.
And they weren't sure what was going on. And there might have been a plot by somebody. And not to this is only a reference the three of us will get, but I'm gonna say Atomic Dog. I called it. I know who it was early on. You know, the mention of a child at home. She had a connection to it, whatever. But I liked the backstory. Now, when we learned about one character who was an actress, that's the biggest.
That scene was weird, right?
That movie, that scene ruined the premise for me. If I could support the premise, was with the actress who didn't get the part. And then went back to the director because she was going to meet up with the team later on, with the friends later on. That took me out. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, I mean the thing. So, I think the thing that's confusing about this movie and The World of Killing People would have been a better title because of this, but it's kind of like they're all like. It's almost like there's no morals in this world, you know, and anyone can kill anybody and it's okay. Like, that's kind of the impression that you get from watching this because, like, yeah, at the beginning we have just these random characters that, like, one wants to kill her boyfriend, and then we have this dude who just shows up and is stalking her, and then he ends up killing the boyfriend, and then she thanks him for killing the boyfriend as she's trying to kill her, and then she kills him. It's like, all right, okay. Like, that was kind of interesting, but like if it had been something like The Crazies or something that's making them do this, that would make more sense. But they I don't know the word I'm trying to think of, but like they just kill. It's like untethered to any sort of reality where they're just killing. And there's like kind of there's police in this at one point, but there's no ramifications. And like, I don't know. It's just a weird, I don't understand what they're doing with this world and why this is acceptable and why so many people are just fucking flat out murdering other people.
Yeah. Like when the big reveal happens of who the killer is.
And it was like, Jughead.
Jughead. And, it's like, you know, this person has, a group of other killers with that person.
Yeah.
And you don't know what it's never explained what the connection
Right.
of these other killers have
Right.
with the main antagonist. Nothing is ever explained. Like at the end with the cop, there's a scene where the cop, he comes in, takes care of whatever business needs to be taken care of because of the situation that calls for it. And then he leaves out the same door that he came in from, and he's looking around at bear heads and carnage. And it's like, he's looking around like it's his first time seeing this. It's like, dude, you just came through that fucking door to save somebody. What are you gawking at? You know, I mean, you should have already known that this is out here because you had to pass through it
Right.
in order to get through the door in the house. So it's just all over the place. The writing on this and the direction on this is just really, really sloppy. It's just really sloppy.
Yeah. It's to the point where, I mean, I don't always need to have my hand held and to have like rules for everything. Like, oh, like you need to establish the world and show me why this exists and why this makes sense and why that makes sense. You know, it's usually good to do that so that you can kind of set a tone for what's acceptable and what's not. And, you know, but in this, there's no establishing like a world, and you don't understand why people are doing what they're doing. And after a point, you kind of get confused as to like, okay, why are these people so violent? Like, why did they just want to kill this person? And then like with the bear, like it just really throws a monkey wrench into things, because then you have to retroactively put the pieces together, which, I mean, that's fine in a movie where there's like a black glove killer or, you know, or whatever, a mass killer. I totally get
glove.
That. Yeah. I totally get that. And I'm cool with that. But the thing that's confusing about this is that it's making you're so confused as to why things are happening that when you find out who like is behind everything, at that point you can't really even go back and retroactively put the pieces together, because you're like, what the fuck is even happening, you know?
This is a thing. Sorry to interrupt.
Go,
there,
no,
Wolfie,
please
but,
go.
Like,
go ahead.
I feel like, I mean, obviously, I haven't seen this movie, but like, this is a thing now. We covered this really bad found footage horror movie a few weeks ago called The Last Girl or Lost Girl or something like that, and that movie did exactly like, as you were saying that, it was almost word for word what I said in our review for that a couple weeks ago, of like filmmakers that are setting up these worlds or setting up these things, but don't bother to outline what their parameters are. It's like, I feel like I've seen so many movies in the last like probably like decade where it's just like, well, I've got this crazy idea and we're gonna fucking do it, and we'll you know, dot the I's and cross the T's later, but somebody forgot to go back and you know spell check it.
Right. Yeah, it's, and you know, once again, there is a whole you know, could be a cultural divide there, although I don't
But
really
there's some good Thai horror movies.
Yeah,
man.
no, I totally agree. Yeah.
Like there's some really like those Art of the
Like
Devil movies are really good.
Shudder.
Shudder was really
Yeah.
good.
Shudder, yeah.
Dorm was excellent. I can't think of this, but like, I mean, there's some really, so it's, you can't even say that like, oh, well, you know, like Thai horror filmmaking is like this different thing, because there's some really excellent films that have come from Thailand.
Yeah. Shudder is one of my top 3 Asian horror films.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That calligraphy scene in that movie, Jesus
Incredible.
Christ, I have fucking nightmares about that. I really
Art of the Devil 2 is incredible.
Oh, yeah. Great stuff.
The other thing is, I don't know if this is a thing, but I know a lot of times IMDb tends to have some misinformation, because it says the runtime is 2 hours. The movie we watched was 95 minutes. I wonder if there's another version of this. The original Thai version, The World of Killing People. I wonder if that is a longer film, and if so, I wonder if that makes more sense.
Oh, I can't imagine it making. Well, it's possible it could make even less sense, but
well, that's true.
I'm afraid to even try to find out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, it could just be that IMDb just has the wrong runtime on there. Yeah, I mean, I think we're all sort of like on the same page. Like, this is a frustrating film. And, I think that there was something here, potentially, but it's, other than that, it's really just a mess. It's really just a mess. I mean, like, it just does. I don't even understand what they were trying to do with this. I mean, I get the story, I get what's going on, but like, there's just some things going on in this world that just are just like weird decisions. Like, why is everyone totally cool with killing everyone else, and no one like seems to care, or like, I don't know. Like, it's just really bizarre the way they set this up.
It's frustrating because I really liked the friends and the subplot and their descent into why they're gathering. So, like,
Are you talking about the scene when they all were gathering around I think they were around a fire and they were drinking, and then they're sort of talking about it, and he's like, oh, where were you and whatever, and
it's a tried and true setup right there. It always works.
Yeah,
right. Gimmick. You think, okay, they have,
but it takes like 40 minutes to get there, right?
It's a long way. I mean, it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's for sure. But like,
not everyone's cut out to do a marathon.
Sure, yeah, no, or be a Red Sox fan. Well, back in the old days. But like,
or this last Monday.
Or last Monday. But like, you know what I mean? The friends, they hadn't seen each other for 2 or 3 years. Okay, we can all relate to that. You want to gather, get the magic back. But then as things went by, you're like, oh, what about the friend that's not there? And then when the other friend showed up, that was kind of confrontational. I liked that. Like, I like
that.
I don't know.
So if we had that dynamic plus one of the other horror element, okay, now we get something going on here. But then you add 2 or 3 other disparate horror elements all converging into one. It's almost like if you had a Camp Crystal Lake play set and you took all your like movie maniac action figures and threw them all there and tried to, okay, here's Ash, here's Freddy, here's fucking the Scooby Gang, here's fucking, everybody. Let's make it all, you took all your toys and put it in one horror basket. And then throw in cutting off a nipple.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I'm not crazy, right? Like, he's not making any sense. He's making less sense in this movie, apparently.
Yeah, yeah, I'm lost.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm a little lost.
It's like when you're making a sandwich and you put in some pepperoncinis and then you throw in some salami and then you throw in some cheese, but then you top it with mustard instead of mayo, and then you got it all in one shoebox.
You get all in one shoebox. Wait, is that the kind of sandwich you're going to get from the steak bomb place, Rave Shadow?
I want a shoebox special, please.
Shoebox special.
Extra pepperoncinis.
Some black olives.
I don't know.
Let's cue Busta before we start talking about this anymore.
Well, let me see here. I just want to see if this director has done any other films.
Yes, he directed Shudder. No,
this is the director's first and only film. It may end up being his only film.
Maybe his only film. Yeah.
Hey, he made a movie. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a chance though that if you do some digging, you're gonna find out like Night of the Killer Bears is like the #1 movie in Thailand last year or something.
Yeah, right.
I can't even. Oh my god, I would. No.
47 million people.
It made $482 billion it has topped Avatar fucking 94 or whatever the fuck.
Every owns at least 2 copies on DVD-R.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, DVD-R.
DVD. On picture disc.
Available on Ultimate Laserdisc.
I got the Viewmaster kit. It's fucking nice.
Oh, shit.
Peppercini, dog. Woof, woof.
Courtney says another 20 minutes of this film would kill me.
I agree.
And
I think another 5 would kill me.
I've never seen it, and it almost killed me.
He said the music at the end was so happy and upbeat, I thought I had started streaming another film. All right. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna call up and order a shoebox special right now because that sounds better than this film. All right. Well,
with provolone and dry mustard.
Yeah, it's like a normal like sandwich up until you get to the end, and then it's like
serve it in a shoebox.
and then serve it in a the dirty ashtray. Served in a dirty ashtray.
Serve it in the dashboard of an '87 Trans Am.
In the back of an El Camino. There you go.
Hollow out a
Served
fucking
on the hubcap of an '86 Saab.
Just hollow out a fucking Patriot missile and put that bad boy in there and ship it over to me.
Turn that some bit sideways.
Yeah.
Serve it in the glove compartment of a 72 Chevette.
Put it in the tailpipe of a Gremlin, then drive a car up to it. Oh no, it's not Gremlin. It's Pinto, the one that exploded.
Serve it.
Yeah, put it in.
Serve it in the armrest of an '86 Yugo.
Put it in the tailpipe of an old Pinto, and then tap the rear bumper so it explodes and toasts it, and then I'll eat it right out of that.
With extra peppercini.
With extra peppercini and mustard and dry mustard.
Served in the peel of an old orange.
Vintage
orange.
Topped with moldy boba tea.
Brought to the table in an empty jar of Hillsborough coffee. No, Taster's Choice. That was the one that came in the jar, right?
Yeah. And serve it on Raven Shadow's marijuana. What do you call that thing? You roll your joints on Raven Shadow, the fucking tray.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Top it with the flakes of a rust from an old can of motor oil.
Stuff it in an old moldy pumpkin from last Halloween.
Wrap it in half a $2 bill from '78.
Dude, Q Buster, this is torture.
This is more fun than the fucking
Like hell it is.
Serve it in the hollow-out head of a teddy bear.
It all comes back around. All right, let's cue Buster.
Teddy Ruxpin's skull.
Trick or treat, baby. I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, it is verdict time. I think it's maybe pretty clear, but let's make it official. Starting with MZ, trick or treat, and any final thoughts?
Yeah, I this is a trick. I would love the Men in Black guys to just zap me in the face with one of those damn things so I could just forget that I even watched this.
You want Will Smith to zap you in the face? You hate
or
Will
James
Smith.
Earl Jones or James Earl Jones
You mean Tommy Lee Jones?
or Tommy Lee Jones,
James Earl
whichever
Jones.
one, whoever, doesn't matter. One of them. It would do me a favor of just erasing this movie from my brain. I just can't with this flick. It was just a mess from, it had a decent 15-minute start, and then it it was a house of cards, man. It just fell apart. It was like the story of a 16-year-old kid who just wanted his movie to be made, and they got some incompetent schlub to make it for him. There's a lot of problems with this movie, and this wasn't enjoyable in the slightest. And this is a trick. Forget it.
Forget about you. All right, Raven Channel.
So I mean, it is a struggle, right? So I did think that the first act or scene would have been a great Tales from the Crypt episode, and I think as it progressed, there's some good ideas in this picture. It just was so convoluted that, and I'm trying to think. I was watching Sumerian, and she didn't like it either, and I'm like, okay, well, is something lost in translation? No, I don't think so. I think it was a mess. There is some good stuff. I didn't have a problem with the CGI gore or whatever. I think we've seen worse. You know, what are you going to do? It ain't no fucking Tom Savini. But I didn't have a problem with that.
You know, CGI artist Tom Savini.
Yeah, I am artist, you know, what are you going to do? But it did end of the day, it became a very kind of convoluted mess where I didn't quite get it. But I still think there's something here. I guess you wouldn't get this from this conversation. So by rights, it would have to be a trick. But yeah, there's something there. I'm just not smart enough to find it.
What? We just talked about how bad this movie was, and you're saying it's like above you. It went over your head.
No, I don't know. I didn't say that. Oh, there's a nice
But
idea here.
if you're too dumb to understand, then it went over your head.
Your words. No, I said, but no, I'm not smart. There's something there, but I didn't write it.
I'm not smart. Oh my god.
I didn't write it. No, but there's something. I could write it smarter. Not like everybody says.
Can you
go find your library card, all right?
I did get a library card. What do you think of that? Different conversation. No, it's a trick, but you know, what are you gonna do? They tried.
Evil Corny said, "Bless Raven Shadow's heart."
I know what that means, Corny.
I got something in my eye.
Yeah, hatred.
I hate
my eye.
I have hate in both eyes. That's fun. What are you gonna do? What do you think, Joe?
What is it? A trick or a treat?
No, it's a trick.
Is it a trick or sweet?
It's a trick. I mean, you the trick, Bob.
Oh man, I love you guys.
Trick, phobic.
And phobic.
Wolfie, god damn it.
All right. I don't have much to say. This is the worst movie you've seen in a while. I'm sorry, guys. I thought that there would be at least some redeeming quality to a movie called Night of the Killer Bears. And, you know, I knew coming in that it wasn't necessarily going to be what we expected, but I thought that there would be something there. And really, like, whoever put Ted Meets Terrifier on the poster, like, they need to never work in marketing ever again. You know, it is completely misleading.
But that's why it's there.
Right.
It's there because the movie is fucking utterly terrible, and they're like, what are we gonna fucking do to get some jackasses to watch this? And somebody came up with that.
Yeah.
And then, like, for example, like, you saw the poster and you're like, all right. And then you're like, what the fuck? But it doesn't matter. You already watched it, you know?
Yeah. I guess in some weird way, like, you could interpret it as the Ted part is there is a killer bear or killer bears. And the Terrifier part, there is a serial killer basically on the loose.
No, the Terrifier thing is one scene. The reverse Terrifier.
Well, I don't think it's just that one scene. I mean, like Terrifier has a killer in it. It's Art the Clown killing people. This is a bear killing people. Now,
and to be fair, he should be Art the Mime, but that's a whole different fucking story.
You and Chris with the Art the Mime shit.
Right?
you and Chris should have a fucking show. How about that?
It should be awesome. We talk
You
about
guys,
Voltron,
yeah,
Robotech.
you can do that. You can also just instead of people calling people by their names, you just say what movie they were in that was most notable.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, yo, John Wick was really good.
I love John Wick. He's a weird.
Right, he's
my
the guy that
Wook-
works at the restaurant down on the
Wookie,
corner, right?
my Wookiee friend.
He's the guy that makes the sandwiches.
John Wook. He works at Steak Bomb.
Hey, it's the shoebox guy.
Yeah, it's a shoebox guy. John Wook. He's pissed because someone killed his Wookiee.
That's a movie. That's fucking
John Wook. There we go.
That's a movie.
Let's get that in motion.
That'd be great if like fucking Boba Fett like killed Chewie and destroyed the Millennium Falcon, and then Han goes fucking running amok.
Wearing a Wookiee skin.
Wearing a
Wookiee skin.
I thought Chewbacca was dead. Ah, surprise, it's me.
Yeah, Han Wook.
Oh shit! All right, yeah, treat, treat. Holy shit! Holy shit! I'm. This movie's got me all fucked up. This is a big trick.
It's a trick. You can go to hell.
I'm gonna send you straight to hell. Wait, here, I got a couple sound bites for what I feel about this movie.
Trick! Stop this movie. Stop this movie.
Dear God, no!
There we go. Oh, you know what I want to do to this movie?
I'm gonna do a fucking Russian leg sweep in a pile of donkey nuts.
A Russian leg sweep into a pile of donkey nuts. I don't even know where the fuck you came up with that, but that's my favorite thing. All right. Yeah, huge trick on this one. Do not watch this. I'm glad that I used my library card on Hoopla to watch this.
I actually really liked it.
Bill just watched it in the time that we were talking about it.
I've been staring at this photo I found on a website called horrorfuel.com. They did a release of it, and it's a shot of the guy in the bear head sitting on a bench holding a giant wrench in, like, I don't know, all black, like army style clothes. And I'm like, yeah, that's this movie in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a little army of fucking bare-headed assassins. Like so many. There were so many bare-headed assassins.
Stupid.
Bareheaded and not like bald. You're talking about bareheaded.
So here's what Night of the Killer Bears should have been about.
Thank you.
A bunch of like racist, homophobe white guys going like on a fucking hunting trip or something at the lake in like Wyoming.
Yep.
And a group of killer gay men, bears, murder them. That's a far
treat.
more interesting movie than this.
Yes.
That's actually a really good fucking movie. Like, that's fucking really good.
Now, that's the movie I want to see.
Yeah, like one of like the backstory could be like when they were young, they hazed a young kid that was gay to like kill himself or something like that, and then like all of these bears are seeking their revenge or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that shit writes itself.
That's a movie. Treat.
See, I win.
Oh man,
Bill's the filmmaker. Just so you know.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like we
make
got our
that
next
shit.
project.
Courtney says, I'm giving it a trick too. I'm glad that y'all were having the same problems as I did. And he said, damn, Wolfie didn't like it either.
Yeah, it has to be really bad for Wolfie not to like it.
That's the thing. I'm like, oh shit, Wolfie didn't like it. That's why when Wolfie gets mad or doesn't like shit, I'm like, oh shit, maybe it is fucking bad.
oh shit, maybe it is fucking bad. Oh shit, I got water all over my shoes.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know. Like, I just opened up. I don't know why I just have it. I opened up Facebook, and the first thing I see is MZ posted Crispin Hellion Glover on the group earlier. That's funny. It's come up twice today. Then I guess MZ, huh?
Well, it's his birthday today.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. So there you go. So happy birthday, Crispin Hellion Glover.
He's 59.
He still looks like he's fucking George McFly.
Yeah.
He is actually looking a little bit like his dad now, finally. It looks like he's aging a little bit from, what was it? He was in Cabinet of Curiosities.
Oh, Danny Glover?
Yes, his dad, Danny Glover. Danny Hellion Glover. No, his name's Danny Heckian Glover.
Got Donald Glover, Childish Gambino.
Yeah, it's a son. All right, so next week, maybe we can get some redemption next week.
Season 1 of Riverdale.
The season 1 of Riverdale. No, we're not doing Riverdale next week. Sorry, Bill.
Well, fuck me then.
That podcast will have to wait. So we're going to be doing. Ravenshaw's going to be excited about this. I actually spilled the beans this weekend and told him because I knew he'd be excited. But we're going to be doing the latest film from musician turned director, not your friend Rob Zombie, but his brother Spider One, and his new film Bury the Bride.
I was hoping you were going to say that new Danzig horror movie, that Western vampire one.
That thing looked terrible.
What happened with that? Because, like, did it get finished or?
Wait, a new movie, not Veronica?
No, he was making a vampire Western, and there was a trailer, right? Am I not crazy? There was a trailer.
You're right.
No, there's a trailer. There's a trailer.
What's the deal? Somebody get me some information, because as bad as Veronica was, and it was real fucking bad.
Ooh,
I really want to see this one.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. Was it an OTC trailer? I'm not sure where I saw it.
Oh, I think we talked about it. I think maybe when we reviewed Veronica, but like I know that like they made like an announcement and like they were like premiered the trailer and like this was Glenn Danzig's new thing, and he like was like starring in it too.
Oh, okay, I found it. I think it came out. Death Rider in the House of Vampires. Is that the one?
It sounds familiar. What?
Yeah, it's a Western with vampires.
Yeah,
Death
it's a horror
Rider.
Western. In the Wild West, the mysterious Death Rider enters a dangerous vampire sanctuary where the price of admission is a one female virgin.
Where do we see this?
That's a good question.
It's got Julian Sands and Devin
Holy
Soy
shit,
in it.
Devin Saw was in it? Julian
Yeah.
Sands, man. By the way,
All right, there's reviews of it, which means it's okay. I'm gonna do some digging. You guys.
Danny Trejo's in it.
Oh, dur.
Wait. Did you say Julian Sands is in it?
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Well, that explains why he's been missing.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, too soon, dude.
Oh.
Like, it's been a while, guys.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, I was actually going to ask. It's been a long time. He's gone, right?
Yeah.
Well, didn't they find him? I thought they found him. They found his body.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
I haven't heard anything.
I thought I heard something about
Oh,
them.
so here's something from 2 days ago. It just says Julian Sands' son speaks out 3 months into search for missing actor. That was 2 days ago.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Just stay home. Just stay fucking home.
That sucks, man. That's a really
don't go hiking. Don't go to Russia. Don't go to
go.
Mexico.
Don't go
Don't go to
hiking.
Russia.
Don't go outside. Just stay in. I've been doing it for 51 years.
Let's get Mountain Dew and rent some VHS tapes and get some Little Caesars pizzas.
I feel like at some point, Bill, we all need to watch Death Rider and the House of Vampires.
I'm trying to find like any information on its release. People have seen it. There's reviews on IMDb.
Oh, you know what? It probably didn't get any distro.
I mean, I'll fucking distro that shit.
Can we do a Wednesday Night Wars redux with Chris and Bill and do the Danzig movie?
We could find it, man.
What does it have to do with wrestling?
I don't know. Fucking Danzig wrestled once, didn't he? He got into that fight with the guy from who's the dude the hardcore band that knocked him out? Northside Kings.
Chuck Zito knocked him out. Was it Chuck Zito or was it Van Dam? No, Chuck Zito knocked him out.
I found a review of this on bloodydisgusting.com. I was fortunate enough to attend the world premiere of punk legend Glenn Danzig's first feature film since Veronica.
Fortunate.
It still says coming soon on the website. I'm on deathridermovie.com. It says coming soon.
I was fortunate to
Death Rider and the House of Vampires is less of an unknown quantity. We know what to expect from a Danzig movie now, so the only question going into his sophomore effort was, would Death Rider be more of the same, or had Danzig learned some valuable lessons from Veronica? The good news is that Death Rider and the House of Vampires is better than Veronica. The bad news is that it's not by much.
Okay, so I'm looking at the FAQ on the website. It says, when is Death Rider and the House of Vampires being released in the U.S.? Death Rider and the House of Vampires is coming soon. And then it asks if it's available on DVD or Blu-ray, and it says it's not yet available. I'm trying to see who is distributing. It says film distribution for Death Rider and the House of Vampires is being handled in the U.S. by Atlas Distribution. Yeah. Okay. So there's not much.
It looks like a bunch of places were able to review it the end of last summer. So like Bangora has a review from September 5th, 2021. Voices from the Balcony has one from August of 2021. Bloody Disgusting is August of 2021. So they must have sent out screeners or something.
Well, yeah, I actually just saw, speaking of, I looked at the bottom of the webpage and it says screeners provided by Cinema Cloud Works at down the bottom here. So I think you can actually message them to see if you can get a screener for it. I've never seen a website like solicit screeners on the webpage. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's interesting.
It's not on any of my normal sites that I would go looking for stuff. Unfortunate.
Yes, most unfortunate.
Most unfortunate.
Well,
I can't believe that.
There you go. I don't know. It sounds like it'll be coming at some point. It was 2021 is when it, I think, probably played festivals, but yeah, it's still.
But I don't even remember hearing about any festival playings or anything of it. I don't know. It's bizarre.
Kansas Bowling is in it.
Hey, she was in Survival of the Film Freaks.
Yeah. That's
so that means I know Glenn Danzig.
That's right. Yeah, it's funny. You actually, if you go to Kansas Bowling's IMDb page, the trailer next to her headshot is for Survival of the Film Freaks.
Which is funny because she has 2 lines in it.
Yeah, and especially because she's been in all these other movies,
right?
You'd think that that's awesome, but you'd think that maybe, I don't know, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
maybe
might be there, or
maybe. Is she even in the trailer? Is she in the Film Freaks trailer?
I don't remember her being in it.
I cut it. I should know that, shouldn't I? Well, I wouldn't remember.
It's funny. It's, neck is when it says click play trailer, it just shows neck. So
yeah,
it's
well it should.
Yeah.
He immediately just starts dropping F-bombs.
Fucking. By the way, have you talked to him recently?
Not. It's been a little while.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a while.
He's got 2 or 3 things. He's got that sharksploitation documentary. Yep. He was working on this documentary a while ago that tied into film.
Yeah.
He was working on that when we were doing Film Freaks, and they still haven't finished it. So I don't know what's going on with that. And then he's got the shark one. And then wasn't there a Beyond the Gates 2 supposed to be coming out too?
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't remember him mentioning that.
Well, he might not have been involved in it, but I know Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Jackson, the director of the first one that worked with him on it, I thought they said that they had signed a deal to do it with, I can't remember who it was, but one of those 80s horror guys that Fuck, I can't remember his name. Shit, I don't know. Well, nothing's come of it, so.
Yeah, I don't see anything listed on his IMDb, so it's all stuff that's just not even up there yet. But yeah, I just saw his face and figured I'd ask if you had talked to him. Love that dude though. He's fucking awesome.
Oh, he's the best, man.
Yeah,
he's
he
the
really
best.
is. That's so crazy. Like he was first and foremost a listener of OTC, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Way going way back. Going
yeah.
back to the OTC BC days.
Yeah. So the same thing. Like we I think he was in like our Facebook group or something. He probably found us through you guys. Like is my guess. And then like when Jodorowsky's Dune was coming out, I was like, wait a second, is that? I think that dude's in our group. And I was like, what the fuck? And I think actually that might have been it, or maybe it was when he was like on your show. But I was like, holy shit, wait, that dude, I think that dude is in our group. And then he's like, he called us the Neon Maniacs of podcasting. And like, he was like talking us up and yeah, it just went from there. But I mean, we've had him on the show a bunch. That dude's so fucking cool. I know you got to hang out with him several times, but
oh yeah,
when I went to that first New Japan show out in Long Beach, we met up with him and got lunch.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah,
he made a he produced a documentary called NYHC.
Hardcore, yeah.
That's how, and that was kind of how he's like, oh, I'll send you a copy of it, and that's kind of how we became friends. But he's still my favorite part of Film Freaks. His interview is fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I should send you the unedited interview with him. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That dude.
Like 45 minutes of him just saying fuck, and being like,
sounds like a Rob
that
Zombie audition.
So good. Oh yeah, when I fucking get home and I turn on, there's nothing fucking on, so I just put this fucking DVR and I let it go, and fucking before you know it, I got fucking this movie and I got fucking that movie, and like, dude, you're the fucking man.
Yeah, he really is. So it's kind of funny. Well, just to get back to what we were talking about, the next week's film, we're doing Spider-One's latest film.
Sorry,
Bury the Bride. No, I think we all went off on a fucking tangent there. So
that's what we're talking about.
That's where it started. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing the new film from Spider-One.
Is this his first flick?
No. He did a film called Allegoria. It was we did it last year, and
it was killer.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's an anthology.
I don't remember that at all.
It's a horror anthology, but they all have like different allegories. Like each one is like a different allegory, and they're all done by him. But it was actually pretty good. I thought that there was some pretty decent ones in there, and I mean, it's fucking 69 minutes. It's a short, breezy watch. But but this is probably his first narrative feature that's not a anthology. So but I actually I liked Allegoria. And Raven Shadow, what did he say about our discussion about it?
What it was, we were the most insightful discussion about the film once you get past all the
diversions,
the diversions and the tangents,
derailments and tangents, yeah.
But I mean, once again, those who know me, listen to the show, I am a huge Spider Mark, PM5K all day, baby. Kung Fu Radio.
All right, then 1998 called, and they want you to return home.
So there you go. We're gonna do Spider-Man.
Go back to the days of Loco Bazooka, my friend.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
Yeah, because then you can actually like Kid Rock back then.
I can see Godsmack, Powerman 5000, and Kid Rock all at the same show.
I was not a Godsmack fan. No.
Yeah, bullshit. You knew Sully.
I was not.
All right.
You and Sully for life.
for life. So next week, we're gonna do Bury the Bride, and it is gonna be on VOD starting tomorrow. I think the 21st of April. So if you guys want to check it out, play along at home. It'll be available. And his last film was on Shudder. I don't know if this one's going to end up being on Shudder, but this film features his partner. We found out it's his partner, Chrissy Fox, who also co-wrote it with him. and Scout Taylor Compton, and Chaz Bono is in it.
Oh, nice. I love Scout Taylor Compton.
And there's some other folks that maybe look familiar, but I just don't recognize their Rachel Brunner. Do I know who that is?
That name sounds familiar.
And Adam Marcinowski or Marcinowski. I don't know. Maybe I don't know who he is. He was in Allegoria. Maybe that's why I recognize him from that. So, all right. Well, there you go. We're gonna do Bury the Bride next week. Raven Shadow is gonna be excited. He's gonna watch a Spider-1 movie.
His worlds are gonna collide.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Shooter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well,
First up, Mike says, "Man, Crispin Glover looks so much like his dad, Bruce. Now, yeah, he does. What's up, FTM? He does look more like Bruce. He still looks pretty young though, still, but he's definitely getting a little bit closer to Bruce. Not Danny Glover, not Danny Glover,
and not Donald Glover.
No. All right, I think we're gonna wrap up.
Did I win?
Yeah.
Sweet.
You will get a prize package in a shoebox soon. It'll be a sandwich
Nice.
shoebox special.
Pew, pew, pew. That's me shooting my guns in the air because I'm.
Is MZ pissed or like what's going on there? Look at that face.
He's gone, man. He's not even
Did he
here
freeze?
anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
hit by a dart.
Did he say he was leaving or something?
He was
No.
bit by a caterpillar.
But yeah, probably.
He was mad because I wouldn't let him get a word in edgewise.
I didn't even. He didn't even type anything. That motherfucker. Unless he just lost internet. I don't know.
That's entirely possible in the year 2023.
Well, I mean, he lives in fucking northern Maine now, so.
Oh my god, I forgot he moved.
Yeah, he's in fucking Maine.
Northern Maine?
Yeah, like I don't know how
Moose
far up.
Taint, Maine. He lives up in Moose Taint.
Moose Taint.
Yeah.
Squahegan or something like that.
Yeah. Right.
Of course, it's Sure, of course.
Moose cock.
Moose Taint, Maine.
Serve it on the inside of a moose hoof.
Oh God. All
That's
right.
a guy. That'd be the Guy Fieri version of it. If you're looking for a steak bomb that's served inside of a waffle, it's served inside of a chicken, inside of a duck, inside of a turkey, inside a hollowed out coconut, I've got a sandwich for you.
Shut the shoebox door.
I'd eat that on a flip flop.
Flip flop. All right. Well, MZ, I don't know what the fuck
I guess
happened
he's
to
gone.
him. So, but I think we're gonna wrap up. It's getting a little late here. Bill, I know, it's not a school night for you, but we don't want to keep you up past your bedtime.
Yeah. The dog's looking at me like, "What are you fucking doing? Take me for a walk so I can go to bed."
Yeah. So, Bill, it was fucking awesome, man. I love hanging out with you, and it doesn't happen nearly enough since it was like 7/21/21 or something.
7/21 of 2021.
Yeah, so there you go. So not
Shut
quite
up!
2 years.
I wasn't even talking to you.
He's like, motherfucker, like he's yelling at us to like hang up with you. He's like, motherfucker, just hang up. Say goodbye. God damn it, you motherfuckers. He's like, I'm gonna hump you again. I'm gonna motherfucking hump you next time I see you all.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So Bill, tell folks like they can check out Outside the Cinema, they can check out your film work, all that stuff. Anything else you want to tell folks about?
Yeah, make sure you check out my podcast, the Riverside Review. No, wait. What the hell is it called? Riverdale Review. With my co-host Michael Raven Shadow. Just at OTC Bill on Instagram is where my Instagram is, and I keep my messages open. So if anyone has any questions, look for. Don't forget to leave.
They can slide into your DMs.
They don't even need to slide in. They can just come barreling in, elbows deep if they want. That's fine.
Oh boy.
Outside the Cinema is available on Stitcher apparently. But you can. I feel like Spotify is where most people get their podcasts now, right?
I'd say the Spotify or
Apple Music,
Apple Podcasts.
So,
yeah.
well, we're on both of those, so you can find it there. Still do weekly episodes. We have a Patreon Patreon.com/outside the cinema. We're at episode 792 right now, so there's plenty in the archives. If you go on to YouTube and search OTC Industries, we've got some stuff. I got a bunch of music videos that I've made and some shorts. Safer Spaces and Survival of the Film Freaks are available to watch for free on Tubi. And Tubi and a bunch, if you've got a Roku, it's on like 12 different channels on Roku. And it's also on Plex. We actually do quite well on the Plex. I didn't even know that Plex had they have demand.
Yeah, they have some agreements with. Yeah, there's some TV stuff on there. There's some movies. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it actually, it doesn't pay too bad either.
Nice. Well, hey, maybe I'll just fucking toss it on Plex and just let it run.
That's what I do.
That's what everyone should do.
That's what I do. It's always on in the background.
Sick
the
of
key
hearing
is don't
your
log
friends.
in.
Yeah.
The key is don't log in. Actually, I think they don't care as long as this commercials play. They don't care.
Right.
But yeah, Safer Spaces and Survival are on all of those things. The Woodsman, I'll come back if that's cool when The Woodsman gets released this summer.
Yeah, man.
So I think that's our first horror movie, and I think if you haven't had a chance to see it, have you guys gotten to see it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
All right, cool. I'll make sure I send it to everyone except for Moose Fuck Maine guy over there.
Yeah.
That'll be available later this summer. And yeah, I'll have a sad documentary out in the fall, hopefully.
Well, it'll give me time to get ready to watch the sadness.
It'll be good, I promise.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. So, well, yeah, it's always awesome to hang out with Bill. So let's go around, say goodbye. MZ, arrivederci, douchebags, and Bill, I love you, buddy.
You don't, but that's okay.
All right, Raven Shadow.
Bill, it was awesome to hang, brother. I miss you, dude. So you know.
Right back at you, dude.
I think I believe it, but no.
What? Okay, never. What?
I do. I know.
He's got the picture of you.
I keep a picture of you in my studio. You look over me while I edit videos every single day.
You're part of his movies.
And I have the Survival of the Film Freaks up there. I can bring it down and show it to you.
You don't need to. I trust you.
It's there. I saw it.
You saw it there on Sunday.
I did.
Yeah. So I dig you. You're one of the hippest, coolest, kooky, Jewiest cats in the room. I like what you do.
That somehow sounded.
I'm just gonna say thank you and ask you to stop there, okay?
Okay, yeah. So check out, if you got to check out one podcast, check out outside the cinema.
Whoa! If you got to check out two podcasts, check
out. You should have said if you're going to check out another podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
After Trick or Treat Radio,
because you never know, Raven Chat. Someone could be listening to our podcast drive in the car, driving by someone else, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna listen outside the cinema. Thanks."
Come back for us.
I regret nothing.
But yeah, live fast, love hard, survive with your mask
on. All right. Well, there you go. About 3 hours later. I found the slide whistle.
I need that on the inside of a hubcap.
All right, everyone. That is gonna do it. We appreciate Bill. We love Bill, and go check out all his stuff. And go listen outside the cinema, and you can hear Raven Shadow rant and rave on. Maybe you should call in Raven Shadow. Call in outside the cinema sometime. All right, well that's gonna do it. So we will see you guys next week. Everyone, go check out Outside the Cinema, and next week we're going to be doing the film Bury the Bride from Spider One. So check that out and get back to us. Let us know what you think. Send voice messages to podcast@trickortreatradio.com. All right, we'll see you guys next week.